storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And
What up, what up, what up, what up, y'all? I'm back, Krista. Just doing a few more technical things. Be right with you. Pretty excited about tonight.
It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, we're gonna have some fun tonight.
Trying to send our stream to my grandpa.
You're the best. Look at you. Do it up. Won't keep people waiting too much longer. Pretty quick. What's good? Who's in the live chat? We see you. Good to see you. What's up, Fresh? It's good. Good. Totally good, bro. Good to see you, man.
the storms we chase are leading us, and love is all
Let's
we'll
go.
ever
That's
trust.
awesome.
I totally almost just sent our link to you, grandpa.
And
Send it to all my friends.
we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the
Almost done. Almost done.
and on we'll
I'm gonna throw us up on a podcast. Music's gonna keep playing for a second. What's up? Hey everybody. Let's just end it right there. What's good, everybody? How y'all doing? I am Justin, U.S. Army veteran, host of Brick by Brick Veterans, and this is my co-host over here and homie.
Hi, I'm Krista Kirk, also known as Blue. I'm an entrepreneur and a disabled Army veteran.
Yeah. So we got some interesting things. Oh, my bad.
Technical difficulties. Oh, We lost.
There we
you,
go.
Justin.
No, I pulled out my cord like an idiot. Sorry, it's so loud. So anyway,
Oh, I lost.
so yeah, so Cherry's in here. What's good? That's good, Cherry. What's going on? Tell my bodyguard I said what up. So yeah,
Bodyguard.
I can't say names. I can't name drop. It's like Secret Service.
Oh.
I think that Secret Service is more fitting.
Fair. Yeah.
You know who it is.
I
See,
was
everybody
just-
else can't though. OPSEC.
Yes.
So, all right, here's the deal. We have some serious things to cover really quickly, and then or like more serious, inspirational, motivational, and some news to what's going on with us, and then we're gonna get into some pretty just fun topics and things like that, just generally off the cuff. So, first up, what up, Blue? Yes, Cherry is in there. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here supporting. So she said you just did. So, all right, real quick. I got hit 3 times this week. All right. This is to all the vets out there. We do give out veteran benefit information. If you do end up being new, if you're new here, you end up watching us later, like, we do have a ton of information. So come by, subscribe, send it to a friend. It's really helpful. If you are in stream right now, send it around to some people so they get some information. If you know a veteran, thank you for your service. If you are in the stream or you do see this, thank you for your service. But here's the aspect with the VA, and I want to get this across because this hit my deck. It's a real story. And here's the deal. So I got called by 2, and I had to call a third. Okay, so the 2 that called me, one called me was, and I got to be careful about details, but basically one calls me with Vietnam vet. Guy's never been to the VA. Hardcore dude, like super hardcore dude, right? Just has all kinds of stuff going on. Again, not going to get into full details of it, but yeah, wasn't just there, like volunteered type stuff. Like guy went through some stuff and never really went to see it. Had a bad experience. A lot of vested. It's really heartbreaking, right? So that's heartbreaking enough to hear, just to wrap that part up, right? But the guy who calls me is another veteran that I know, like personally know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, know in an aspect that also know. Been there, done some things, right? And regardless of who you are, if you see this or whatever, and Fresh, thank you so much. I miss you too, bro. Shout out to you too, because I know this affects you, bro. This is good info, right? A lot of people in here, both of us. So here's the thing. I know him, and he's never been either. 20 years, like never gone. Still plaguing vets of today. It's like heartbreaking, right? I gotta ask him, like, this is one of the baddest dudes I knew. Like, what the F are you doing, you know? But here's the thing. The money set aside. We already know this, right? You've heard it before. The money set aside is for us. You served your country. If you received any type of injury or anything during your term of service, during your contract and where you were government property, that money is allotted to you for that disabling occurrence, regardless if it's hearing loss or a knee or shoulder or PTSD or whatever it may be, any mental health issue, it could be breathing, it could be cardiac related. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to keep continuing on pretending that I know things. So here's the thing, but that is really heartbreaking, right? He tells me this, so I'm like, he's like, can you hook this guy up? Like, he's really got XYZ going on. And I'm like, I hope so. He's like, what do you mean I hope so? I'm like, bro, I definitely know some folks, but I don't want to not provide a good amount of value. We have no connection. As far as working with the VA, there's no, you know, we're not affiliated in any regard. We try to just help veterans for the cause. Tanya, what's good? Good to see you in chat. Thank you so much. Hey, yo to you too. So I said, I meant to say to him, let me make some calls, bro. Let me make some calls, right? You following, Krista? I asked you a question, and you just sat there and looked at me.
My audio just went out, and I was trying to play like.
All right, we're dealing with technical difficulties here. We're gonna iron them out live. You can see it. You see me kind of lagging a little bit. So here's the deal. So I said I made a call. The guy I call, another badass dude, very in the know, tells me a story about someone else. I'm just gonna say it that way. Another Vietnam vet. Okay, heartbreaking story. Guy never went. Didn't want it. He had anxiety, fears, hatred built up. And everyone in the family was affected by that because he never ended up getting the payments or whatever. And so he ended up going and getting raided. in the very end of his life. And this was so hard to hear because I know these people all personally for the most part, everybody in the story. And so he's telling me this, and it's like the reason he went was because of all the things he was suffering with. But the fact was that he was dying, and in his end, he put all of his personal anxieties, fears, and I mean, how tough it is to just be in that moment and have to actually go. Your thoughts might be somewhere else, right? We tracking. Not just that. How tough, unbelievable of a human being this is, right? But then on fact that to put all aside of your aggravations, because the fact was, it was disabling factor of his service, but also is what took his life a little short. You know, obviously, no, we can't put a value to any of that. But his wife benefited in the fact that in the very end phase, when he did get his rating and it was service connected, she ended up benefiting for the rest of her life as well, or continues. I don't know the details. I guess I'm not going to overshare, but it was his family members that actually he put everything aside for to go get that. So it's like, look, even if you're like, hey, I don't deserve that, I don't want to do it, and you're putting it off, like you're really, it's owed to you, right? And the VA pays for many other things. The budget that it's all set aside for the year. It's a different VA. I could tell you that because I didn't go for 11 years and had to be basically walk down there to go in. And I just needed to share that with some people out there to understand that, like, and they, you know, they could have been having these benefits their whole lives. I mean, that's how sad that is. So if it's you, no matter what branch you are, no matter what, it could be anything. You had a car wreck, you know, you you were on a ship somewhere, and just the loudness of the fire. I don't want to hear people saying, "Oh, this guy or this person, I don't deserve it. I don't feel good enough to get these benefits." Go get rated. Go put in what you think. Whatever, they have your records. They're gonna put it there and get a VSO, veteran service officer. Throw it out there. Go ahead, Chris.
Sad, the whole it just hurts my heart because the veterans out there that feel like one of my best friends, not naming names, but you know, I don't want to go do this, you know, I'm fine, I'm okay. Well, no,
Yeah.
you're not. Your ears hurt, your body hurts. Like, we put ourselves through it. Our body is a tool. Like, we break down a lot of physical parts of ourselves just to do the things that we were doing to put us in endurance and things like that. If we're broken, we made the choice to be there, but that money is set aside for us to be okay afterwards.
Straight up.
And so many people don't understand. They're like, no, because I was the same way. I'm like, I'm not going in there. I can still walk. I may walk with a limp, but I'm not going in there. But you know what? I had to because
She's like 50.
Yeah.
Still walk with a limp? I might.
But that was the other thing. Over time, okay, I'm fine now. But what about in 10 years? What about in 30 years? What about in 40 years? If I make it that far, you know, I'm going to be crippling disabled when I could have went and got the help that I needed and the rating that makes it a little bit easier on those days where you have so much pain. You have a little bit of a comfort. You can get more groceries for your kids. You know, I mean, little things that can help immensely.
Ron's like it's grumbling. He's hearing it multiple times. Yo, hey, that's why. And I'm gonna be straight up. We're gonna be very much more no BS off the cuff. I fucking love you. I love you to death. Thank you for backing that, because that's kind of, it was off the cuff. You kind of a little bit like walking in. You kind of knew I was gonna share this stuff a little bit because it affected me very intensely. But I think it serves a great point. But we do got to catch up with chat. But Ron, you know, I see that he threw it there. It is painful. Because you know you're guilty. If you're guilty for not, you know, we love it. We're saying it because we love you guys.
I didn't want to call him out though. I didn't want to call him out.
No, we're not.
It was
And we're not
wrong.
gonna do that.
That's-
But there's a lot of
Wrong.
cats in here, and some are underrated. Legitimately, not trying to make a play on words or joking around. Definitely, you have a right to appeal. You have a right to go get rated for things you didn't put in before. So if something comes up, it's just, we're not going to beat it to a pulp. We're just going to cover that aspect. It's very true. It's very authentic and genuine, and just something that happened genuine in our lives. So I do all the
Fresh
time when
is
Fresh talks to me, Blue. I don't catch what Tanya was talking about there.
Oh, because they said I was zoned out and it wasn't. I was just not trying to show that I had audio problems.
Yeah.
So Fresh is making fun of me, which is fine, Fresh. Fine.
I'm not gonna on our topic. I'm not gonna knock too many. I'm not gonna knock any agencies, but they're spending $7 million on a fountain. Trust me, Nick. You're not putting a dent in anything that's already allotted in the budget for you. And I'm gonna just put it simply that way. Make a light of it.
Is the fountain pretty?
I don't know, and I don't care.
I love
think
water.
we have more vets to help and stuff. But you know what? Here's the other thing. I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this. Okay. Here's the other aspect, because anybody who's seen this channel, anybody knows me, knows I am very patriotic. I love my country. It's the reason I wanted to serve my country. I'm not one of these guys like, oh, I just want to get college, or whatever. Sometimes a little kid, I want to serve. Okay. That's maybe not be everybody, and it doesn't matter to me. I love you for your service regardless. But the fact that matters, we come from the greatest country on earth. I truly believe that. We were born very fortunate, and our country does take care of its veterans in ways that other countries do not. So many other countries. So go get that, because it's there for you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to, like I said, I don't want to beat it to a pulp. But if they can spend on that, then, like, trust me, it's going to be fine. I'd be 100% homeless veteran if it wasn't for the VA. That's very honest of you, like, to be straight up, Fresh, and appreciate that info, but that's a lot of people, and I'm glad you had the courage to say that. That's a lot of cats. And a lot of cats have been there, including myself, which is a big success story, right? Like, you know it, my personal story, obviously. A lot of people in chat know the story. But I was in the same, I could have been the same route. You know, I was literally not understanding what was going on, getting in trouble. Like, and I came from a tactical background. Like, I was the model guy you wanted to go to for, like, service, right? But after a certain amount of time, there's so many people around you that saying, like, hey, dude, you're not conducting yourself in the right way in your own personal space. I can see it on your face. I can see your reactions. You're constantly popping off. And when a lot of people are saying everything to you and you're, like, not catching on because it happens over time, you could head down a path. There's a lot of paths that people take. They don't even realize, like, they're heading down addiction, mental health battles, like, just tons of shit, if I'm being honest. So good to see y'all battling, throwing back and forth in chat too. What up, Fresh? I'm glad so many people that of our friends and everybody together in our community, like, straight up to all you, like, we know you, a lot of you personally. And here's the thing, we've come to know each other. It's really amazing, the aspect of what we get outside of the stream, what we get to do together. Am I wrong? We talked about today. We've been so busy, we haven't been able to really catch up and play or do shit really recently.
How long has it been since we've had a private lobby, huh?
I would say at least 2-3 weeks. Maybe
no,
longer.
like with all of us, other than before
Oh,
Cherry's
all of us?
birthday.
It's literally been as long since I was out in Cali or longer.
Yeah, before he moved.
And a large part of what this show is the power of gaming, streaming, keeping people together, right? So I said, like, okay, but that segues into a good point of where this stream's going. So here's the thing. So VA decided, you know, hey, they want to be proactive. They want to get the message out. They want our story. Eric's not here tonight, by the way. Our other co-host, Eric, Air Force veteran. Miss you, love you, bro. Yeah, so he is someone that had a success story with me, getting a degree in esports, using Chapter 31, which is for you old cats, folk rehab, new people, it's vocational readiness and employment. So here's the thing. They want all that out there, whatever, but they want some variety and stuff, and they're looking for the right thing to do for veterans to associate with. Well, we would like to be a little bit more off the cuff, be very honest, be very real, and so we're trying to stick this on YouTube. We're also considering either doing Twitch and YouTube, or just Twitch or just YouTube. We're not really sure. We want to reach as many people as possible. We want to be as real as possible. So we're just gonna be straight up, like, no more. Like, we want to be politically as correct as possible whenever all our guests. Our network is very important to us. People like David Piatek, who have been on the show, all the esports professional director of Syracuse, now D1 College, Joey Gariziak, huge inspiration, Chris Scroggins, director of WVU, guys that have been on the show. Like, and I don't want to throw anybody. We've had a lot of guests. We love you guys. we're not going to be, doing anything, but we really want to give veterans what veterans relate with. So hopefully I can kind of, did you kind of get all that, Blue? It makes sense?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I'm
just,
along for the ride.
I
Wherever
had
we
to
go.
I didn't know if I was like articulating it right, like explaining everything, but I know we had to get that
No, I
off the table today before having some fun.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. So basically, stay tuned, everybody, and see where we go.
Right. We got to grow this thing, man. We got to, but
Yeah,
we
let's
want to
figure
do it
it
in a
out.
way that everybody has a great time. Like, we don't just coming in and being like, oh, it's the same shit over and over. That's kind of the biggest reason why we're making the move. So we want to provide entertainment value along with education. Let's catch back up with chat, too. What's going on, bro? Anything going on? Oh, you guys are talking to each other? Oh, so we're not interesting enough. That's what you're saying?
No.
That's the whole point of why we're changing. I'm just joking with you, Fresh.
Ron,
They're chatting back and
says-
forth.
Ron says he's defaulting to keep himself busy to move past actual issue.
Yeah. And you know what? There's a huge change, though, in you. And it just happened there. That is something that he never would have had the courage to say out loud.
Well,
Giving
it's
you
also
kudos, bro. Kudos to you.
I harassed him. Another in my purse. I poor Ron. Poor Ron. If he didn't have PTSD, he has it now because of me. Let's be honest.
Or you,
Okay.
I'm not gonna share his shit. I was say, yeah. What is he talking about? He said, "Blue, nice touch with the wilderness gift thing."
What?
He said he's trolling you.
Oh, I was like, are we talking about my background? Bring it.
Show him the shirt.
Bring
Show him
it.
the shirt.
Oh, Camp Crystal Lake. Oh, hey, this fits that. I didn't even think about that.
Fresh is lying, bro.
What?
He's lying in chat, like straight lying. And Simon
You're
said,
on
"Man,
Grindr?"
Fresh got me into playing COD.
Oh,
I feel sorry for you. You're going to be stuck into a franchise that doesn't give a shit about you." I'm gonna be fucking real with you. Like, whatever.
I read
It's
that.
on. I
Oh,
love the game. I don't know what to say. I love Call of Duty. I'm not the greatest fan of the big wigs of Activision over there pressing on everybody's. You're getting laid off, dude, if you don't produce a winner this season.
Oh, I gotta really stop messing with this.
Do you know what Fresh is lying about?
I was beside myself. Can you hear me?
She's all fucked up with the audio. I'm gonna carry for her for a second until she figures it out. You sound
You
like
hear me now?
dog shit. Nah, you sound great.
No, I totally screwed up because I read something wrong and I read it wrong out loud, and then I was hysterical and I had to like compose myself because Fresh said Justin's a busy man, but I was distracted and I was reading it. Like,
That's
he's
lies.
on.
Slice. My wife would tell you, I'm not one of the hardest workers anyone knows.
No. The part about Grinder. He meant
Oh, yeah, I'm on
Great.
Grindr. I don't,
That's what
I don't
I
know
was
anything
like.
about it. I've heard things. I really
I
don't
was
know anything
so
about it. But
confused,
yeah.
but I
Anyways,
didn't mean to say that out loud. So that's why I was.
now that is, I'll give you that. I'm being a jokester, but he does say, especially if he has a goal in his head he wants to achieve. Yes. I would say at 40 years old that, that at some point I realized, 'cause I used to be an all-in 110%. Yes, sir. No, sir. Roger that, sir. Blah. But in the back of my head, I still had my own intellectual thought process. And I could say during my service, if something didn't make sense and was going to put me at risk, whatever, I was like, F you, sir, or Roger, if you're not giving me any more details, I will use the appropriate amount of firepower that has been given to me. And as long as I'm within ROE, I'm going to take care of objective A because I resort back to violence or whatever to keep everyone, whatever. So the point was, I've always had a mind, but as I've gotten older, I've realized that like my time's very valuable. So I want other people to think that way too. If you're in a job that doesn't appreciate you, you don't appreciate your job, start thinking about what you're going to do. If you're in a situation you don't have a job, like whatever you need to do to move forward, there's a good point. I do hyper focus, and so do you. So that is good to have, but I would be lying to y'all if I said I didn't. I'm not gonna say I'm lazy. I just by any means, no. But I do try to work smarter, not harder. That's something they don't teach 11 Bravos very well.
I get manic if I can absolutely obsess about something to where I just won't sleep until I either have it done or have the answer. But on the other
Yeah.
side of that, I'm also a complete procrastinator.
Yeah. Well, Ron
So
says
you just like
you would
choose
relate with this because you're army that too. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? I've never ever live. I don't think I might mess with the Space Force a little bit because I haven't met a Space Force veteran yet. I always joke about that, but I usually don't like. I never trash any other branch, but I'm going to speak highly of the Army today. All right, y'all. We do, yeah, we do all get. I met a cat. I didn't tell you. I was down in Florida. I met this cat. I don't want to mention names. And if you watched so because we talked a little bit, we connected. He's a great guy, but just went through basic boot, whatever they go through. Sorry if I get that wrong too. No offense to Navy people, but he was just like, yeah, I shot a pistol. You didn't use any C4 or throw like a single hand grenade, or you never picked up an M16 or an M4. He's like, no. Like,
what?
No, I'm dead ass. Like that was like a real thing. So whatever. Hey, no shot to them, whatever. Like no shot at them or anything. But so the Army does generally trains, and the Marines do this well too. Of what I know, Marines probably do it best. But the Army trains really well. And Ron said fixed sights, right? Like sights fixed, but he's iron sights. There's a lot to be said by that, right? So you clean up on that too, right? Because you're expected to. They're like, yeah, you could pass with 27 out of 40 pop-ups, but you're like, no, I'm gonna try to go for expert, right?
Yeah.
We carry those things with us, Marines. We still we might be a little different in flavor. We might be a different seasoning. We're different. We're different objects. We're different tools, different weapons, but we love all branches equally, straight up. Even the Space Force. All you cats out there fighting aliens of the universe. You see my humor? But I would say, Ron, it's fixed bayonets, like straight up.
Get it?
Huh?
Now I understand the alien talk from earlier.
Which fucking crazy fucking topic we really didn't get into you want to start with? That I want chat to really comment on.
Me? Oh, we gotta put it on me.
It's fucking two choices. You got two choices. Y'all want to hear about fucking gas or fucking China? It's really not about China, though.
No, it's about the moon, guys.
Yeah, do you want to hear about the fucking moon, or do you want to hear about gas? Gas.
It's not just gas prices.
Nobody's gonna say gas. Nobody's gonna say gas because everybody's like, I'm fucking sick of hearing about gas. I don't want to look at gas.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about
I think the gas one is more funny. Huh?
The Florida situation.
Don't give him any precipice or don't get him a preface on what we're about to talk about.
It could be gas, like flatulence, or gas prices in California. You just give a lot of things.
Fresh. He said, Fresh made a good point. He said we shot saws, 240 Bravos, grenades, 203s though, or just hand grenades. Obviously the hand grenades, right? Did you get to shoot a 203? I want to know that. Grenade launcher, so it's there. GL. I'm an idiot. I'm bang bang. I'm reading into that. M1. You shot a fucking M1? Like what, an M1 Abrams or a fucking M1 Garand, bro? You need to fucking clarify, because I'm jealous of either situation. I think Blue is too.
I won't get burned by lasers.
Why? Bro, you're so... Huh?
Ron said I won't get burned by lasers. That's what he wants to talk about.
Okay. give it 1 second. M16, M4. He did a lot there. It's more than I got to do 20-something fucking years ago. They really only shot pistols in basic. Wait, what? Yeah, it was a fact. I think it was more important. What's that? Do you have questions on that?
Well, I was saying anybody in stream that was with the Air Force, could they give us some clarification?
No, it was Navy.
What's that?
Navy.
Oh, sorry, Navy.
Yes.
Is that a then thing or a now thing? Like, newer military thing? Because I'm still confused about the stress card.
Well, I'm not like breaking any OPSEC things or anything like this. This cat was just like a general cyber guy. But he might serve in a ship, or I don't know. I don't know the details. I genuinely don't. But I think it was the way it, because we talked a lot more about tattooing and we were all veterans there hanging out. So it was more just connecting. We weren't just focusing yeah, bitch, you really shoot a pistol. It wasn't nothing like that.
No, I didn't mean it that way. I just
I'm saying I didn't mean it that way. Because if you think I'm trying to, because you're an empath. I think we talk about that sometimes too, right? It's I'm trying to have you visualize what was going on in the conversation. So I'm literally talking with this cat, and he's just no, they teach us to put out fires on ships and shit. Basically, I guess shoot down fucking zeros out of the sky.
I was
Did anybody
first.
catch that? What's a zero? You know, like fucking our super
Oh.
love Japan. They're now our amazing allies, wonderful people, make amazing things. A lot of my vehicles come from there. But yeah, zeros were crashing in during World War II. It wasn't exactly the same story. But I guess that's what Navy was more interested in. That's the way I took it.
I didn't know that was the only thing. That just seems so strange to me.
I don't know. Nobody answered either.
I know.
did they?
I want someone to answer.
The only shot Pacific. All right, we're gonna just fucking crash into.
Oh, you know
pick.
what? Danielle is Navy, so I can ask her. The
You can.
reptilian
Yeah,
fairy.
yeah. You get. I mean, you
Yeah.
What was that show? You're like, do you want to ask a friend? It's like,
Who wants to be a millionaire?
yeah, that's it.
Phone a
You're
friend.
calling a lifeline.
Yes.
Echo is going fucking bananas now. But anyways, we're gonna pick one of those. But I'll pick up with the comments. You decide on the side. Blue won't get burned by lasers. I still don't get that.
Because of the blue. Oh my god, you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't know the Maui thing with the blue tarps and the huge conspiracy theory.
No, I'm gonna just throw you up on the
Oh.
big screen because you're about to go off.
No, I'm not. You have to know. Like, there's this whole conspiracy now.
Let's
Ron
not
is-
jump into a third conspiracy before we jump into the ones we got. Or do you
This
want to?
one's
Or
so
does
good, though.
you have to make it? You have to make an executive decision here, like whether
All right,
or not.
then I'm gonna go with Florida. That way I can transition.
No, I'm
into-
saying. Go ahead.
we're gonna go with the Florida gas thing. That way we can transition into Ron's
Well,
conspiracy.
that's what I was thinking. Like that's why I said.
Okay.
You want to just go off on it?
I'm gonna give a little bit of prelude, okay?
Right.
Like what I was talking to you earlier. So I was at home. I got to have the day off, and there was this huge news thing, and it was really, really pushing about the hurricane, the current hurricane. Oh wait, there's two now, but the one that starts with the Idalia.
You're already sounding horrible.
I don't know.
You're making non-believers in chat that
All
this
right,
is
there's
even a real
big
thing.
Hurricane. There's a big hurricane, and its name is
It-
Idalia.
I'm
And
acting all high and mighty. I don't fucking know either. I think it's Adalia.
I
I'm
will
horrible
kick
with
you out of-
names.
I will come out there and kick you in the chair. So,
Would you kick me like
there's-
King Leonidas though? Like into all my shit in the
I
back?
will. This is Sparta. Just boot.
What would you say though? You're not gonna say because it isn't Sparta.
This is
You told me you're a 12-year-old. You had an office, so you're just like, this is my office. So you'd be like, this is my office, and then fucking drop kick me in the.
Oh no, I'm just gonna come in and be like, this is blue, kind of like how Groot does it in the Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah.
but very Sparta. I'll even wear like the Sparta gear. Okay. Anyways, back to the hurricane.
Back to
So-
reality.
Yes. So I'm here in California watching the news about, telling everybody to prep. And there's such a big push for everyone to get gas, to fill their vehicles, to fill their generators, to make sure they had everything. The way they were doing it kind of sent a little red flag. I was like, that's really weird because I've seen a lot of emergency stuff before. And, continues on. It goes back and forth. Don't think anything of it until the next day when I was watching the news. And
Chat is already.
there's
He already
there's-
saying what you're saying.
there's a big, huge thing about all of a sudden all the gas they were told to get is contaminated.
Okay, read off Fresh's comment out loud, and then you can just go fucking bananas.
You're my friend.
I'll decide if I'm gonna side with this, or if I'm gonna be an advocate, or we'll see where it goes. Let's just
We got
read it
facts.
off.
We got facts. The
Read-
gas was intentionally contaminated with diesel. That doesn't happen by accident. I told you.
All right.
There's no all those places got contaminated by accident.
All right, a little preface. We
No.
talked very shortly on this, and then we cut it off because it's like, you know what, we're gonna talk about this live instead of just talking about like we normally do. So I'll let you. I'll let you go for a second. Go ahead.
Okay. So I agree with Fresh. I'm not going to point a finger. We all can do that in the comments. However, I find it funny that there's a long list and it's through the whole western coast of Florida. All of these places that they were pushing, you need this. Now let's look at the other agendas where they want us to have electric vehicles. They don't want us to use gas.
Slow
products.
down. You're already fast forwarding too far. Look, I'm not smiling to be an arrogant asshole. I'm smiling because I want to play devil's advocate and put some realistic approaches. Now, here's the thing: me and Blue are both conspiracy realists. We don't buy into, but we're not into conspiracy theories. We're interested. We'll talk about it. We're both very skeptical.
Yes.
right? We're both very big empaths. Like we understand other people's situations. So that's the serious part to it. And I'm
Yes.
totally backing my homie on this one, right? But I also, and Blue will tell you, this is good in entrepreneurship, it's good in business, it's good to have his friends in your network. Have people that will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Say that a lot. But, and try to poke holes in your idea, right? We wouldn't be doing you as any kind of service. We just came on here fucking one-sided. So I'm going to play this aspect before you go off on electric cars. We're getting there. Here's the deal, though. Okay, so he says it's intentionally contaminated with diesel. That doesn't happen by accident. Okay, all right, everybody, because you know what? You know what? My homie said the same thing, and we stopped it there. All right. Fair. Now, here's the thing. My mind fairly says that is absolutely a possibility. But let's be 50-50 here, okay? Let's put, all right, everybody that sees this, whether you're in the military or not, but especially if you're in the military, especially, right? You're telling me there's no fucking way that while everybody's panicking during an emergency, that was not an accident at a port? Where they don't want to be in a port to begin with because they fucking multiple hurricanes, not just Idalia, but like Franklin, I think it is. There's literally 2 right off the coast. They got to get out of Dodge. Now let me play devil's advocate for one more second.
I'm letting you.
There's not okay. So all you sea level exec out there, if you're watching this is to you, okay? And all you officers, love you guys. Like, hey, glad we served together. But you're telling me that there's never been a commanding officer, maybe a sea level executive. They're officers too. That's screaming down to the lowly level employee, private individual. Put the fucking diesel there and put the fucking gas in that one. And the private knows that the gas goes in this one and the diesel goes in that one. But he's, oh, sir, but and he's trying, shut the fuck up. There's a hurricane coming. You gotta put the diesel in that one. Now it's an order. And this guy, he's like, but you bought me again. You're laid off. And that guy's scared. And he puts the diesel in the fucking gasoline. Okay.
I can go with that.
Okay, go.
I can go with that. If it was 1 station, 2 stations, maybe even
Fresh
3,
is gonna fucking lose his mind over anything I say.
up and down the whole coast. I mean, we're talking not only the one company. So if maybe one of the tanks, like the actual gas tankers, was contaminated. Okay.
How do you
So
know
they
he
may-
wasn't on a radio? Maybe fucking radio every private filling gas diesel holes.
Well, no, I'm saying like maybe that one truck had, I don't know how many gallons it fills and how many stops they do, but if that one truck
Wasn't it a ship
contaminated-
though? It was a port, right? So it's a ship unloading fuel, right?
I'm not sure because there's a mass amount of
Fucking
stations.
cares, right?
So,
It matters, but it
whatever.
doesn't matter for the context of what we're talking
right,
about.
well, I'm going with your side. I'm trying to play devil's advocate. So let's say one of the tankers is contaminated. Not all of them, just the one. There are several other stops. So filling stations.
Yeah.
So this one tanker could go to 5 or 10 stations, whatever the number is. Don't quote me. I don't know. But hypothetically, one contaminated cargo doesn't go to one gas station. So that would make sense for a couple, like the chain of 7-Elevens. They deliver to 5 different stations. Now all 5 of those are contaminated. But 17?
Okay, all right. Right, but maybe in the port of entry or port of origination, right? So origination, or I'm trying to sound big. I'm a moron. Anyways, so where originated, right? Port of origin. So here, Port of Oregon. So here's the thing. So fucking port of origin, right? They're like, fucking oil's got to get across this fucking. I'm not even gonna do like a dickhead impersonation, but they're like, hey, you got to get the oil over there. Diesel, blah blah blah, whatever. They fill. Do you know how much a fucking tanker holds? I'm not gonna like. It blew my mind, guys, because I'm a weirdo. I watched it like that at night, like watch like ships sinking. Like how the fuck could this like 20 football field size 20,000 container carrying ship sink? Like that's scary. So the ocean fascinates me. But a cargo ship carries like a fucking tanker carries an unbelievable amount of fuel. So maybe it was just the tankers that were, I'm just trying to play a little bit devil's advocate. But I got one more funny one. I probably shouldn't have said it was funny, but it is funny. All right, what about E4? Go ahead. My bad. What's that?
No, go ahead.
So
Go
what
ahead, say
about
the
the E4 mod? And Fresh is another really good point because we got to eat that up in a second. Because y'all are making me believers here, but I have to play if we're gonna be true skeptics here, right? So here's the thing.
Mhm.
What about the E4 Mafia? If anybody in fucking chat get what I'm putting down, I mean, let me lay it out for everybody. I know you get what I'm saying, but it's like fucking okay. So sea level, maybe not a sea level. Maybe it's just that. Maybe it's just the foreman or that like that's his job. Like he just always he was, you know, he's like he got to that job, she got to that job, and we all know this person, right? They're gonna be the best of whatever mundane task that the other person might think is mundane. That's what their lifelong goal was, to make everybody else's life a living hell as they hold that position of power. So insert officer position, non-commissioned officer, will be fair to the officers here, and NCO comes down and is fucking screaming, knife handing, fill the fucking ticket, and the E4 Mafia is like, all right, asshole. Like, we'll fill every fucking ticket, like in reverse. Could that have happened?
Right. Well,
Could that have happened?
well-
And why don't you take chat side? Because chat is blowing up with
I know. I'm gonna
Justin
go-
hate stuff. Rambo, we don't want to listen to you.
Well, on the other side of that, okay, so all joking aside and all conspiracy theory aside, at the end of the day, it's a shitty situation for them because I mean, don't know if anybody knows what happens when you put diesel in a car that's supposed to have gas or any motor, you know, that's not a good thing. So this is going to be a massive cost incurrence. This is going to destroy people's lives for like not
Chat's
even-
totally side you. Read it out. Read out some of the comments.
Okay,
And you're fucking 100% right.
right away start. Okay.
I'll
the
go with
gas-
Fresh. Fresh was saying,
The
yeah,
gas
so
was inten-
no, he starts way back up in the East Coast, East Coast, West Coast thing. That's what he said about.
oh.
Like how
Okay,
widespread
right here.
this is.
Well, I got thrown because Ron was saying, "Do you think it's air you're breathing?" And that's another one of the conspiracy theory things. Ron and I do this all day.
Don't get off
Um,
topic. Start with him.
I'm not.
I
there's
love you to death,
one
but I'm already bad enough for that.
He says there's one on the East Coast and the West Coast of Florida. It's good, and that he feels crappy for everybody in Florida that got duped by it. Tanya says that he does this to me about everything. So you know what? I feel you, Fresh. I'm sorry, Tanya. How they hold the people accountable for the contamination, though, it's affected so many people, and that's a really good point. Who are they going to hold accountable for this? And we're just going to have to watch that unfold, and the oopsies and this and that. Well, where's the compensation for the people? Like, how are they going to get out of this horrific natural disaster? Like, their vehicles are contaminated. They have no way to get out of there. Where's the help? You recognize that there's a problem and that this was contaminated, but are you sending people in to get them out? You guys messed up. Whoever it may be, whoever needs to be held accountable, they're not helping get these people. They caused this situation, and now these people are stuck. How are you not helping them? Now, I don't know if there is any help that's coming out there. I haven't looked on the news yet because we were talking and going back.
Because
and
it's
forth
not
with this.
fucking funny at the end of the day. Like, I
No.
know I'm making light of some things, and I
Well,
don't.
and
I
you
want
guys-
everybody down in Florida to realize that we absolutely do care. Like, we don't. This is fucking awful. We're trying to
One of
figure
my
this out as well too.
One of my best friends is out in Florida, and that's terrifying. Now he's
Shit,
in Miami.
one of
and
our best friends is in
Oh
Florida.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was thinking about another individual, but
But
have
everybody knows
okay?
somebody in Florida, right? So that's kind of the point. But yeah, it's shitty, right? But chats, Fresh is all over. I already know. That's what Tanya's talking about. She's like, he does this to me all day. Tanya, I feel you. My wife probably understands a lot better. Krista understands very well.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Fresh. I was trying to go on both sides as well. We're trying to do both sides, but Fresh says like right here it says, yeah, I get what you're saying, but they have so many checks and balances that it's impossible to get contaminated unless it's done intentionally. And unfortunately, I truly believe that. And again, it's it's the common people that are suffering from this. Like,
Facts.
can you imagine like someone's grandma that gets their car full of diesel? What if she doesn't have the money to fix that? I know the whole hurricane and what if she doesn't have a car anymore, but now she's stuck.
I'm
Who's-
just trying to like unpack though. Like there are situations where it could be accidental. I guess is what I want to say. Like seriously, but this is super suspect. Like I'm trying to tread carefully here, but at the same time, like I'm trying to play both sides. You know what I mean? There's a lot of strings, and you already know, as you were talking about a little bit too, was like the electric car thing, and I don't know if it goes that far.
But that goes on the realm of conspiracy, and that's why I didn't want to get into that before
You
stating.
could go fucking
the
as wild as
obvious.
you want. I will reel you back in. It's all good.
I know. Okay, so Fresh, I'm talking to you, Fresh. Help me out here. So if we're gonna go, I'm gonna pull away from the hurricane aspect because yes, that is sad, and I'm not trying to make any light of that whatsoever or distract from the severity of that situation. I just want to talk about conspiracy theories real quick
Yeah.
because I'm excited and I love it and I want to get Ron in on it. But so
That's just said
everybody's
one
trying-
of our boyfriends is in Florida.
Yes. Yeah. So they're trying to get electric vehicles, right? They're trying to push this agenda. And then when you and I were discussing this aspect of it, that's when I got on and saw on the one page that I got on that the gas was $2.29. So all of a sudden all this gas gets contaminated, you need new gas, prices go up, there has to be siphoning and everything has to be redelivered. And now everything just spiked in a horrific natural disaster area while we have all this other stuff that's gonna need to, like, acquisitions that are going on. Like, there's so many roads we can go down with this
I feel like
conspiracy
it's so dangerous though. Like what I mean by that is like I feel like gross negligence. It was my entire point in 2 words. Is
Yeah.
very plausible. Plausible deniability. That's another very big aspect to what we do. All governments deal with. But I'm being straight up here, right? Like, at very least, it's gross negligence. I think we could agree on that.
So
If
past that,
worst case scenario, it was intentionally done by someone, or a group, or company, or insert whatever you want.
well, and this is where, like, when we're at the shop and Ron and I go back and forth, what we do is we try to follow the breadcrumbs, just like every conspiracy theorist out there.
I think
Who
that's
has-
human nature, right?
Right. Well, who has the most to gain from this? Where is the profit? Who does someone's suffering? Their suffering causes a gain for somebody else. And if you just follow that circle around and around, I mean,
Wait a
there's so
minute.
many.
All right, so
different
no, fill me in. Who's
What do you
gaining?
mean?
Why? Who's gaining off?
well,
this?
that's what I'm saying. That's why I haven't gone down the.
Is this
breadcrumb
financial
trail.
gain or obviously, right?
I would think,
Okay.
and the agenda, whatever agenda's in place.
Don't you fucking start on this show with agendas. No, I was just kidding. Go ahead. All right, the Colbert Cabal.
Well, no, we could jump back over to blue tarps. I mean, I could do this all day long, but it's just
It's all
the
fair
other-
game.
well, the
As
thing
long as
that
no
I was
names are used.
I was going over this with Logan, and it just crushes my soul because we are so inundated with information now, like with TikTok and all these other things. You know, we can reach different parts and get information, whether it's true or false or whatever it is. Our windows are a lot more open. We're not in this little tiny bubble anymore, and we have all of these horrific things happening all over the world to all of these places. They're not just like the disasters are localized, but I'm saying it's not, oh, it's just America. Or,
Yeah.
oh, it's, just this country over here.
But
And
how do you capitalize on that? Like, how do you gain from that?
well, if there's a bunch of real estate that's prime real estate,
If you're worried
And-
about it being controversial, all you do is just insert pegs into the
Allegedly.
names, and everybody will figure out very quickly what you're talking about.
allegedly, if you
Why don't you
have an
Why don't you just tell a children's story, like, and then just
Okay.
insert?
once upon a time, there was this big, beautiful island that was worth so much, but the
Okay.
indigenous people would not
Careful.
sell their
Careful, careful. Maybe I shouldn't have
they
asked you to do
shouldn't,
this. What the
which
fuck
they
am I thinking?
shouldn't. And then all of a sudden, these rich other people from other places.
All right. You're going way off. Just make it a children's story.
That's all I got.
All right.
You have to learn to share. That is the end of the children's
How about
book,
I'm gonna be
okay?
Can I try to tell a story?
Yes.
Okay. So insert. Okay. So governing body of said island decides. Insert what the ploy is.
Real estate value.
Oh, okay. So governing
it's-
body of this island doesn't really appreciate the southwestern corner of its island very much. Other people owning it. They want to own it. Why would they want it? It's gonna be underwater, supposedly.
Supposedly.
In the children's story, right? So
Mhm.
why? Okay, where are you going with real estate?
Well, it actually really good children's book. This kid has something I want. Okay.
Who wants
I
it?
want this. It's a spoiled little kid.
What is it gonna be
Spoiled
like they
He's
build in
another- They see something they want. they
Candyland
can't
Space
have it.
Center?
Well, no, you can think about it. You have a big kid and then you have little kid. Little kid has something big kid wants. Big kid pushes little kid down, takes his stuff, and runs away. Little kid's crying with no home and no island.
Fresh is about to pop. So here's the thing. Let's get back to chat, right? And I love where this is going. I love your your energy is fucking phenomenal. Good for keep. It's fucking so funny, dude. All right, check it. Tanya
hard to be good.
Boone. I just realized I keep it real, babe. She absolutely hates when I try to tell you. All you're doing is making an excuse for being an asshole. I know you. I'm an asshole, and so we're lying to ourselves when we say that, Fresh. I love you, bro. But no. That's actually pretty funny. And I know you well. You know me well. And we do go back and forth and probably tire people out. But he's ready. I said he's ready to pop because he said, I know too much. I shouldn't be in this chat with a sussy sus. He's
he's-
biting it, chomping at the bit.
The
Emoji.
smart cities thing, he brought up the smart city things, and I wasn't even gonna mess with that.
It's smart cities in the island of Fluorescent.
Uh-huh.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Do we know anything about well, again, conspiracy?
I feel like
theory?
such a moron now. Now I know I am and can be one for sure, but fill me in on why.
Okay. I'm gonna
Why do cities benefit from this?
I can't argue that. They're more protected. I don't know because I don't agree with
Oh,
the
what is
smart,
he alluding to? That's what I'm trying to
Oh, the-
say.
smart cities stuff. That is in regards to the cities being completely monitored. And they run off a whole bunch of stuff. I can read you.
Don't get I don't even freaking. It's gonna get
Yeah.
this gag. You're gonna make his mind go berserk. And I'm not. Listen, not no holds barred in chat, but you're free. Keep it short. Explain it in stupid layman terms to me, who has the mind of a 5-year-old sometimes, all the time. If you would like, if you want to lay that down, but damn. Okay.
Well,
That's
a bunch of California cities are on the bill to be smart cities as well. So I just recently looked into it. I don't have all the facts, so I don't want to misinform anybody. But from what I gathered in my limited bit of information, it was basically giving free reign to be monitored, followed. The city they're gonna monitor what you eat, what you drink. They're gonna ban meat now, and a few other things to make the city sustainable and healthy. And that
Yeah.
just sounds angry to me. Take my bacon, watch me turn into a B word.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I don't. Fresh is he's so freaked out. He said, "Y'all gonna get banned by YT." All right. Well, if that's gonna happen, we go back to Twitch or whatever. It don't matter. We talking about fictional places with real
Yeah.
consequences. That's a problem. Of shit
Horrible
we actually.
story I read.
Yeah, we actually. It's not cool. I'll lighten up the conversation a little bit. I want to tell the moon fucking thing. Then we're getting back to
Yes.
this.
Okay.
So, it's old news. But apparently, by 2030, China's going to annex a fucking moon.
Now, do explain what annex means to those who are not as savvy.
I think we have a lot of vets here. Ed, what's good, bro? It's good to see you. Yo, annex. They're going to fucking stick a flag in it. That's what they're going to do, okay?
And claim it as theirs.
Correct. So here's the deal, right? Nuclear arms. I'm not going to start. I've promised not to get into politics on the show. We might lightly touch on some things later, but I'm not going to quote any of the current runners and any of that shit. I don't care. I care, obviously, but I'm not going to get in. It just causes arguments for people. I'm going to get into it. But I might make like jokes. No offense to anybody. Straight up to keep it professional on that aspect. But back to this thing over here. Yeah, so nuclear weapons have basically kept mankind at bay of doing, horrific things. We still do horrific things, and there's still war and horrible shit going on. But basically, like, what do we like to do now? We like to go around and annex things. We like to go around claiming things and starting mini proxy wars, stuff like that, right? So, like, the moon is funny to me because it's like, this is my fucking space rock. Nobody touch it. It's totally needed for the survival of human beings. But it's mine, okay? Definitely causes fucking high tide, low tide. Causes everything in the world to spin, but it's fucking mine. All right?
It's back to the
Stay
child.
fucking away from mine. And actually, it's funny because you don't have to believe me. You fucking Google it. Just literally type it in Google. You know, like, and NASA responded to this as it's like it's an actual thing. As if I think 1971, somewhere around there. Somebody correct. Chat will definitely, comments will definitely correct me. Last time we landed on the moon, my dogs are going crazy. I'm very sorry. All good. I love them to death. Should get one. Here's the deal. So they said, oh, that's very possible. Like, we don't have a flag there. Maybe we don't. Fresh is probably going to chime in any second. I'm sure you will too.
Come on, Fresh.
Go ahead. Go fucking wild. I don't care. I'll argue with all you guys all day. On both sides. You'll hate me. You're going to be like, I'll convince you that the earth is flat. And then 20 minutes later, I'll argue with you how it's round. So here's the deal. So, so we missed something here. He said, all right. Welcome to the suck. That's, you know what? I just caught that comment, and I have a statement to make about that. Ron, it's a good one. Actually, one that I believe Adam would relate with, too, in this conversation. So,
hi, Adam.
I saw they faked the airplane chick. Definitely not the same woman. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
You don't know about the girl that freaked out on the plane and caused the whole plane, like, they had to leave and, like...
Tell me in a minute, because we have some cool-ass stuff to talk about. That's crazy. All right, so, welcome to the suck. I'm going to tell you something, Samir. Here's your daily... I need, like, the daily double... Maybe I should put the music back on for this. This is your daily dose of inspiration. Here's the deal. All right, this is... I'm not taking credit for this at all, but it stuck with me. It fucking stuck with me, and I gotta give kudos, whether you like him or not. Regardless, it's the words. Just it doesn't matter. I think you should like him. I like him. Jocko Willink says something to a group of soldiers, and it really stuck with me when he said it. It's one of the things that helped me overcome a lot of silly fears, I would say. But he says to this guy, group of men, right? Maybe there's some women there. I don't know. I think it was a bunch of infantry soldiers way back in the day. I don't know. Here's the deal. He says, I love the suck. I love when it sucks. And I'm paraphrasing here, but the point is the same. No matter how bad shit sucks for you, very rarely in human history will ever fucking suck. Suck is bad. Is a 15 fucking minutes as a guy's experienced Normandy, as a guys who experienced fucking Chosen Reservoir, all stuff I watch, I'm big into history and big into tactics, resonates with me a lot. I know those stories. Thank God I wasn't born in that time, had to face those types of fears. I'm glad that we're very fortunate. Those are heroes that saved humanity doing those things. In the worst 15 minutes of their life, almost certainly will not be worse than the worst 15. And there are some, and if there are some vets out there that have experienced some of those things, and and obviously been to combat things, hats off to you. It's a point to you. Remember those moments. It sucks to have to say that, but the worst 15 minutes of that will usually never amount to whatever you're going through at the time. You got to remember that, because whatever sucks in the moment makes you stronger, carries you on, and makes you the better person that you're going to be. Whatever you're fearing, whatever. And I asked the cat, I had somebody hit me up. They had a scare medically. Not to overshare anything, but they said, hey, I'm looking at this. They told me a while ago, and it was scary. It was like, this could be changing in the news. And I remember asking, I said, you know what? How did it feel fucking 5 minutes before you opened the letter? The person got good news, fortunately. And it obviously was very terrifying. I think we could all agree that would be very terrifying if you're getting a scare that your life would be cut short, right? I asked, what the fuck would you do if the news was bad and it was going to end tomorrow or 6 months or whatever? Your life, you would act very differently. You might do some wild shit. You might do things that you fear things. We all fear things. We fear getting on planes. We fear heights. We fear going outside, some of us. Like, some of us had bad experience, right? But the worst suck. Remember that. It's not going to suck worse than that 15 minutes of those men and women who had to do those things. It's not going to suck that bad. 99.99999% of the time for most human beings. So keep that in your pocket. Keep in the pocket of what you would have done had you only had one day left, and fucking drive on. That's my inspirational speech of the day, because that stuck with me and it's got me through a lot. I hope that fucking helps some of y'all. Sorry to go just fucking crazy sideways there, but I'm glad that was brought up by somebody that I really respect.
I love him. I loves him.
All right, back to fun, because I took it in a way more serious direction there, but I promised I would to somebody.
I just saw that Fresh's comment. I'm not gonna read it out loud because I'm gonna be Disney right now. I'm gonna be PC. But that's what she said, Fresh. That's what she said.
Yo, you know what's funny? So he's trying to dive on me for something I said earlier in the chat. He caught it. So anyways,
I was just
love him. It's all right. I got it coming. I love the comedy in the chat. I love you guys. So we back down. We were back on the moon. I was gonna say we're back down to Earth, but annexing. So we're going around claiming that this is my space rock.
How would that even work though?
Shut the fuck up. It doesn't work. It's a nonsense news fucking reel.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who believes that kind of stuff though? Like, I mean, I guess that's kind of, I mean, I could go down that rabbit hole too, where, oh, did you hear this? And then it makes sense to one person, but not to another. But it's the moon. But there's so many articles.
Human beings have fought over less.
I work in North Highlands. I've seen people. I glued. Oh, people are gonna hate me for this.
There you go. You
There's
get the big screen.
context. Okay, there's context to this, so I'm just gonna make it real short. Understand that it was very well deserved prank. Okay, but I've watched people fight over a super glued coin that I super glued to the ground in my neighborhood.
You're awful.
Like,
So stupid.
This deserved it. You have no idea.
We were all young once, all right? I'm going to throw a disclaimer out there, okay? Yes, I have taken a nickel and jammed it through the bottom of a salt shaker at a Friendly's. If you don't know what that is, you're not from the fucking East Coast, it's the biggest ice cream chain going, okay? And I used to think it was funny to do that and then maybe sit at the table across and watch somebody put salt on their entire meal.
Yeah, I like to.
I'm a much more ethical, grown up, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. But like, there's prank wars all.
See, the problem is, Chris is telling you a story from last week.
It was like a year ago. It was during COVID. So that makes it kind of worse.
Ron's dying.
They were doing bad stuff, and I was like, I'm just gonna sit here and glue this here, and I'm gonna watch them. It's better than putting money on one of those like fishing poles and the.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I did dress up like a dinosaur. You know that story. I got in trouble for that though. Anybody that wants
fucking
to
video
know,
is
message
hilarious.
later.
We're gonna have to make it into a clip. Oh, by the way, speaking of clips, so we were talking earlier, right? And we're gonna try to clip some clips. Professional as people, like we can't just show. We want you to send in gaming clips. We're gonna start trying to compile. Really, they got to be good, like funny, or they got to be really good, just good, like just genuinely like you did something that's crazy. No, we don't want to see FaZe Fresh 360 no scopes for 5 minutes.
We want to see some genuine reactions to some funny stuff that happens in game. That's what we want.
I kind of want to tell a story. I wish Sketch was watching.
Oh.
But it was fucking funny. I told you earlier. So the idea, because I kind of want to like unpack the idea of what we're looking for. So you can send in gifted clips, like where you actually did something that was athletically esports related. Okay, Adam says he's already got some. Some of you should have some clips. Fresh said, I'm going to 360 no-scope Ron in a custom lobby. Now I will play that. Straight facts. I will straight up play that on the show. We will fucking sit here and do commentary live over that shit. Full montage, Silky coming cross-map nades. That's actually that. I think that's quality material. You're getting the point of what we're saying. But just to not paraphrase, what are you reading, by the way, too?
Me?
Yeah. I feel like I feel like you're loading up a shotgun for me of information. Just gonna I
was gonna throw out the whole freedom information 107.
We fucking are. We're getting banned.
I would have mumbled the disclaimer while you were talking so that it was
Why?
still there.
Why do I say no holds barred and then we just go totally canceled first episode? This is 4th episode for us, but this is like all fucking
Oh, good.
all shirts off, all hands on deck.
You can't tell me that I could we could talk about the conspiracy theory. I was
I don't
very
care about
ready.
that. I don't care about that. But I would say we gotta. I'm done. Some
Suspend your
filtration needed. Real quick, you keep going down your rabbit hole. We're just gonna
Yes.
let you unload the 00 buckshot into my face in a minute. So,
Okay.
so we're in this lobby the other day, and Sketch, who plays a really good friend of mine, love him to death. Shout out to you, bro. Amazing tattoo artist, by the way, too. Check him out.
Yeah.
And his Instagram's let me type in his name, Sketch Tattoo You. If I don't get a chance to throw up his link, but really quickly, we're in a lobby, and I literally like twice in a row. I got flashbang. You can't see anything in COD if you don't play COD. And I threw a throwing knife, like, while getting shot. I was like, I just threw a throwing knife. And, like, twice in a row hit this kid while completely blanked out. And I could hear him screaming in the kill cam. Fucking, he's freaking, he's losing his mind. I go, oh, Sketch, bro, this fucking guy's going to lose it, bro. He's going to be bitching at the, he's going to be crying, dude. I'm telling you, man. He's going to think I'm hacking, dude. He's going to think I'm having wall hacks or something. And so we just kept playing at the end of the lobby, 6v6 hard point. Yeah, it was quiet, bro. Except for the kill cam. Guys like, yeah, here it is, or something. I was like, okay, so I'm bitching about cam. I'm gonna be quiet. Don't be respectful, you know. And act my age. I'm quiet. And this guy goes, this fucking guy, the whole fucking. He didn't even get. I don't know what he said, and he said my name, Rambo or whatever, and I fucking lost it. I said, I fucking told you this grown ass man was gonna cry about a video game. No, all fucking 11 mics were fucking hysterical. You couldn't hear. People were laughing so fucking hard. And this guy was trying to talk over everybody. And I was like, man, I wish I clipped that, bro. It's like, I would have played that shit. It was classic.
Not that we could probably play these, but
What?
I wish I did have some of the clips of like when we first all started gaming together when we got to go online.
Oi,
And like,
what up,
it was
Tim?
fine,
Good to see you here, bro. You keep going.
and then it would just like someone would talk some shit to me, and then everybody would just destroy them, and it was so funny. Or like when we're in a lobby and the guys are talking all their shit, and then I'll say something, and then the lobby's just dead quiet. They're like, "Oh my god, there's a girl. There's a girl on here."
Yeah.
And it just stuff like that is so funny.
Then they're like, go make me a sandwich. And I'm like, hey, why are you using my lines on her, bro?
Right? I'm already in the kitchen.
No, absolute fucking respect here. We're gonna shit on them people, but at least it's so toxic there. So 2 things. Oi! It's good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you in chat. We seen you just subscribe too. Thank you for the sub. I seen that because it came up in the feed. Yeah, Tim Cook. Shout out to you. So won't get banned on Rumble. Just saying. Okay, it's fine.
Rumble.
Y'all need a podcast. We're doing a fucking podcast. Whether we
Yeah,
get
don't
canceled,
leave
so be it. So here's the deal. So it's gonna get the channel banned. I thought it was bad. I thought I was bad. Okay, you are bad, Fresh. I'm just gonna be real with you. But I love you to death.
I'm gonna be the one. I'm the one that gets canceled.
You two. If I let you two on and I like just walked, hey, go for a vacation, then it might happen. I think we'd be all right. Sketch is
We're
so
not-
mad every time I kill him. Can you not? Like he reads that. He's gonna hear that. I'm disagreeing. I don't think he gets mad. I think he just gets better.
I do. I get really mad every time you kill me fresh. Every time.
It's not a singular moment. He mutes his mic to yell at me. Bro, I'm trying to keep straight face and like defend my brethren here.
Good
But I can
luck.
picture that. I can picture him being like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah. We up for next game? Yeah.
I'm gonna take that whole scene and I'm gonna save it, and that's gonna be like my banner for my Facebook or something.
He's like, all you hear is, you mother! I can picture him doing that, like, legitimately. That's
Yeah.
why I laughed.
Oh,
He-
I definitely my mic once or twice. Like,
Ooh. Adam says, I'm down conspiracy theory podcast with Crystal. I think a lot of people that's why we're doing this. That's why we're
He's
doing
so
this.
fun. So fun. I wanna
Oh
get
shit!
Ron
I didn't
on.
even put 2 and 2 together. What'd you say?
I want to do a conspiracy podcast with you, me, and Ron. It
I
would be
I knew
so fun.
I knew I heard my boyfriend's name.
Yes.
Yeah, my man.
I keep
Yeah.
telling him we need
Love
to
him,
record
bro.
that stuff
Love
when
that
we're at
guy.
the shop
Yeah.
because we go back and forth, and I'm like a membership only podcast because I don't want to get in trouble or like. But once again, that's not fair.
That's what
because
like
it's my
fucking
people.
Patreon and shit is for. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll
we'll-
just do that over on Twitch, y'all. And then, cause that account, like,
Yeah.
it's phenomenal, and we love everybody there. It's been supported, but it actually like that could be like collateral damage for we haven't ever had a strike, a copyright strike, or a ban or anything. I think we could suffer a day suspension over there.
So remember,
Little-
in light of that,
Little
we are going to go
gives a shit
with
about
the
fucking Amazon Prime's Twitch. Sorry.
copyright
drop.
disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976.
Whoop whoop.
We're good.
Okay. Was that going back and forth that like FBI warrant we were talking about?
Yeah.
So yeah, Fair Use Act. Is that what you're talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. Thank you for bringing that up. So just so y'all
Yeah, that's what I
know,
was looking at when you said I was loading my shotgun.
give the
it was a
gist of
shotgun
that in
disclaimer.
plain English for everyone. Give the gist of that in plain English for everyone.
Okay. So basically, what it means is we
Here, you can all
Here
see
we go.
Chris's beautiful face up close.
are allowed to use content, information, and state things that are not for personal gain. They are our opinions and used to educate or defend our stance on an opinion. So we could say that the sky's green because laser beams are coming down, and coincidentally, there were laser beams on the news. Well, they can't cancel us for me showing footage of the actual laser beam because I said this is for educational purposes and it's my personal opinion. So there's that. And then within that act, it states that we are able to use other people's videos and clips and things that they send us for reference to explain like our personal why we feel the way that we feel or where we got the information so that someone could either correct us or share an opinion in regards to the information that we have found because that information was given freely via internet. There's a lot more, but that's what exists.
Yeah, and just so y'all are clear, Krista may come off as a bubbly fool sometimes playing with me. She's fucking smarter than me, so and fucking by far. But that doesn't say much because I only have like a 43 IQ, I think.
Hey,
No,
I like to cross my T's and dot my I's there.
You're a fucking genius.
I got a little black book. But see, that's the other thing, though. I would love.
I'm glad you
for
pulled that up though, because it's good for we need to know that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh,
we have a lot of
I
creators in here too.
I have the big one. I have the big, long, actual, like in the federal disclaimer thing and like
Yeah.
the actual law. I have that whole thing up. But as I was saying, I would prefer if everybody thought that I was a ditz and I didn't have a brain cell in my head because that can be very
Tactical
off-putting.
training, y'all.
Yeah, and then nobody expects anything from me, and then I'm like, haha, guess what? Well, section 396 of this penal code, what are they gonna do? I'll come with my ninja hands.
She's freaking out because she has to look at me knife hand like this while she's talking.
Yeah,
She gets all
every time he
distracted.
does the knife hand, I'm like, oh, past trauma. Hold over here.
Goes, yeah. What you claiming?
No,
What you claiming? Sorry, we gotta catch up with chat.
Yes.
But Fresh did it. I never normally try to read anymore as a noob from the bottom, but I'm gonna catch up on that quick first. Fresh Sketch, I love you, bro. We just make each other better. Never personal. I'm gonna give you a pass on that. You know why? Because that is fucking from the heart. I'm not even gonna be comical about it. It's true. We do make each other better. And that's part of what we do for the stream. That's why we game together, y'all. And if you don't have us linked up on a game, just type Brick by Brick Vets in the damn Google and wherever you find us. Like, throw a shout out in the Twitter, wherever. We'll add you. We'll play. But Adam said something really important. He said, I could get you on John Burke as well. Now, pardon me, I'm an idiot with names. I have a pretty bad TBI. You can see it. It might be my age. I don't know what it is. I'm getting dementia, whatever. I don't do well with names. I remember a lot of nonsense, but it's usually just like life-saving stuff. I don't remember names. I'll just insert whatever fucking name I want. So pardon me if I don't know who that is or what that is. You know?
No, but my question is this Adam? Is this Cherry Adam?
No.
The-
I don't believe
No?
so.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
That's not his last name. So I was just, maybe it was like,
Right.
he was being sneaky.
No, I know. I think I definitely know who it is. But
Oh,
for their own personal reason, I'm not going to share. If he wants to
No.
share in chat, you would know who it is too. I think.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I just
where's Zypher?
didn't
Yeah,
wanna-
so you definitely know. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't wanna
I'm 100% sure I know who it is. But so Zyph is, I got to make sure nothing bad or anything. He's just taking care of personal stuff, family stuff, like being the awesome person he is. I just don't want to share his personal information either. But
He's here in spirit.
always. So
So with Serena, I felt the twin.
Cherry was like, no. Like, I want to say it like Cherry meant it, though. I'll ask the question again. So ask the question when I said that's Adam. I want you to ask the question again.
Is that Adam as in Cherry?
No!
Sorry. I was just saying, I was like, the name was.
Sorry if I blew everybody's phone speaker out.
I was gonna joke around and talk shit, but I was making sure it was the right Adam. It's not the right Adam, so I'm not gonna joke around and talk some shit to somebody that's not not my Adam. Okay.
I don't even think
Sorry.
that's right, Fresh. Hey, so Adam, yeah, he trucked it out. It's See You Downrange on other platforms. That's who it
Oh.
is. Yeah. So I'm actually glad you threw that out there. It's up to you guys if you want to, say that stuff or whatever. I'm glad you guys get to see who it actually is. And somebody's very big inspiration in my life as well. Important all the same way. So thank you so much for being here. But again, it's your information. If you want to say it, it's up to you. Appreciate it because this community is phenomenal. We all play together. I just don't believe that's my gamer tag. I don't think it's fucking. I don't think that's my Activision. I don't think it's fucking PlayStation. It's Rambo 11B. It's definitely, I think, PlayStation. It might be Sony. But I think that's a bunch of bullshit. A 42069. If that's right, call me out.
Oh no, your Activision?
Yeah.
Your Activision name? I'm pretty sure that's right.
42069?
Yeah, 'cause they add a bunch of crap to it. Like if you look at mine has
Don't
a
have
whole
fucking
bunch of
X's
weird.
in it.
Well, mine, I could pull mine up. Mine had the little, they were X's, but they're not like part of it. I would
I
like
think he
to
just,
say
I put that in there for spacing.
I have Tim on here, Mr. Okay.
Trash is in here. We missed that.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying is he put a message and he said, "I'm so sorry, I missed the past few streams. I thought I was subbed, but apparently not. So we're gonna forgive you right now, Trash Casket, but I'm gonna shoot you later. Okay, don't let it happen again." And I meant in the game. Clarify in our game.
Y'all ain't gotta
Just gonna-
apologize, man. Y'all got lives. It's fine. Like, we want to be organically natural and have you have a good time and entertain, like, educated, whatever. Like,
But we missed you.
but we actually, sincerely appreciate that. Like, of course, if you can make it, make it. Like, be here. We hope you have a good time. We hope you stay here because you enjoy the content.
You're not
Like, straight up.
obligated.
Yeah, you ain't obligated. Yeah, you don't.
You're not
You don't.
obligated.
Yeah. The one thing we will ask you to do is if you are here, hit the sub if you're not. Share it. Throw it around to family, friends, or another veteran. Just do that. Like, just shout it out to somebody. Because I think moving forward, this form, which is just us, unhinged, just straight, no BS, no nonsense, telling you like it is far better than what the fuck we were confined to before. So.
And just so everybody knows, this is still a very diluted version of Justin and myself when we're on the phone. But
Sure,
this is
yeah.
really kind of how it goes between the two of us. We're trying to be a little bit more professional.
Illinois, it's not your gamer tag. I was 100% picking up on him because of some of his previous gaming profiles. Picking on him. I think you're just
Oh, I see.
I think you're just trying to pick me up. I'm gonna be real with you, Fresh.
Those are, I didn't see that. I just saw the.
42069. I'm such a
I
moron.
just saw that.
Like, I
saying
didn't
'cause
catch on it either. He's actually funny.
Yeah, I thought he had.
He's actually
snapped it
drolling.
out.
Like, an asshole.
Yeah, turd. I thought he like.
It's
clicked
Rambo, 11 Bravo, 420 smoking, I look 69, bitch.
There's a lot of numbers. A lot of numbers there.
Downrange got the fire names. Ron ain't lying. He ain't lying. Oh, you want to see something funny? YouTube, go type it. What? No, I'm saying about the he ain't lying. Go type in.
No,
Go type in like fucking Webby. Webby does interview talking about his D word. Yeah, during interview. It's yeah.
since we have
That shit's
Ron,
funny as fuck. What?
since we have Ron on here, I'm in chat, and this was something that I knew on a serious note. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but Ron asked earlier about the bits and the subs and how to do that, and I said we're not doing that on this. Did I give proper information because we weren't trying to take
You
donations?
dead ass wrong, man. Dead ass
What?
wrong.
In this
No. Actually, the full mature adult conversation about that breakdown, just very simply, is we moved from Twitch because of two reasons. One was because YouTube is way more accessible to everybody, very obvious. Two is the monetization is not an important factor compared to just giving away the information for free, number one. But long term, here's the thing, like, don't get me wrong, and everybody who, is donated, whatever, is helped out, because it does cost a lot to put things together. But here's the aspect: we want to give all. If and when we decide to monetize, that is going to be like something we literally have. We want to show, like, people we put our money where our mouth is. Not to like paraphrase and sound corny, but like, we want to like. I think it would be super cool, right? Like, how cool would it be to be able to put funding together? And it's all there's gonna be legal aspects to it, but we do have to do it to where it would be cool if we could poll almost in a completely different way, because I don't see anybody else doing this, but like in a Mr. Beast kind of way, but like polling, but not as like the way he does it ideologically, whatever. Trying to sound cool again. Fucking idiot. So anyways, no, what I'm thinking is like we poll everybody and just like hive mind think like, hey, where could we best put this money? Like, hey, where could we best put this to use? Like, how can we help out vets? How can we do XYZ? So the turning the monetization on, way less important. Of course, it's important to help vets, but it's way less important to us as getting growth and the word out and having a good time. Like, we want to make sure education, entertainment, people saving people's lives who are having a rough time. Could be tonight, could be next Wednesday, could be any night of the week. They get this material and helps them out. Fucking awesome. That's mission accomplished. Fuck the money. Money's good because money can help with other issues. We're not against monetization. We're just doing it. We're just doing it for genuine purposes, and we're trying to be over here doing this like naturally. Like, because we could turn on monetization pretty quickly. Like, that was the thing. We proved that on Twitch. You do whatever. But why? Why not do it when you can make an actual impact that isn't financially motivated? I will not fucking change, and she won't either, and neither is Eric or anybody else who's on the show. We don't mess with anybody who is going to be like that. So you could take this to the bank, make it into a short, make it into a clip, and hold me to it later. You ain't going to hear 10 years down the road any abusive monetization purposes. That's the whole point.
Well, and when it comes to money, for me, and this is my own personal feeling, like outside of this and just kind of in life, your time is the most valuable. So if you're willing to throw a couple dollars here and there, that's great. Sincerely appreciate it. I'm not taking away from that.
And we've
But if
had
you can
that.
go to a VFW, go to your local base, go to the VA, offer some aid, offer some help. If you truly want to make a difference, a few dollars here and there, yes, once again, totally appreciated. But if you want to actually make a difference, do something like that, and then come and tell us a story that you got to hear while you were there.
When we do grow to that point and we can do the like life-changing things, like absolutely, like if you can afford to do that and you want to do that, like, yeah, but right now it's just not a priority.
Right.
Make sense?
So with all that being said,
you got a little buffering going on.
Am I buffering still?
You're like your latency in COD is like 256 ping right now.
Oh no. Well, with that being said,
I'm about to take the big screen. Oh my god, it screamed. What?
I said, should I speak slower or faster?
It doesn't even, it's doing that thing earlier, like when we were doing tech setup, and it was like cutting out of my
Uh-huh.
voice and my mouth was not moving.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll smile and talk through my teeth. That way I say this. Anyways, Ron says he's beating
I'm-
Cherry in the biddy war, okay? Because there's no biddies, so he said it.
You're back up too.
We win.
Oh, that is a sick ass emote. Ron put a funny ass emote up. That's you. That was you a couple minutes ago.
So
What
it was
did my-
Logan's fault.
What did my man just say?
He said that as soon as he got on to watch our stream, that's
Yeah.
when I started having problems. Country life.
So, okay, all right. Back to chat, right? And
Yes.
just real quick, and then we can jump back. Wish YouTube had a reply to chat function. I'd agree. That would be so helpful. So annoying you can't at somebody. Definitely. That would be nice. Too much to ask. I think you're gonna see it on this S tier platform. It's kind of why we're here. They're gonna do good things.
I think
Don't
Cherry's gonna go show up at the shop. That's
don't
what's
kill
gonna
this
happen.
for me, but I'm winning the biddy war with Cherry by a lot. Now, Ron, greatly appreciate that, but don't
Lock the front door.
You got to be careful. Yeah, you're playing a pistol game with Cherry. She will.
She is so close.
I don't even want to gas her, put ideas in her head because she gonna change
She
that.
literally-
We know you, right?
She could throw a rock from her roof and hit the shop. So keep on going, Ron. She'll show up there. She won't even get off. She won't even log out. She'll just drive with her phone, posted, stay on with us, be on the live, and then walk in. Careful. Unless she's there right now.
Adam says Blues lag face is awesome. But he said I didn't lose internet or power in the hurricane, and that's awesome. That is awesome, but you did lose the first half of this stream, which was talking all about Florida and the conspiracy theory of gasoline and diesel being mixed. It's lonely here.
Oh.
What's
Jerry, go to the shop. Go harass Ron. He's sad.
Well, I try to tell Ron not to be at the bar at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but he doesn't listen.
Man.
No, I'm just messing with you,
Well,
bro.
you know what? The clubhouse is like Cheers. Like everybody knows you can't-
Ron's gonna punch me in the face. And I'm scared of that punch because what y'all don't know is we went to a fucking punching machine and Ron took out 20 years of fucking combat stress on a fucking machine and maxed it out double. I think he put it into the parking lot. You're lagging again.
We'll just throw Cherry in front of you.
I missed that. Bring it back. Oh, well, we were talking about, I was trying to play devil's advocate. Blue was talking about, she could just recap it. She can recap. I'm just going to let her go wild, even though she's buffering here. Hey, you're getting the big screen. He wants to see your face up here talking, so go ahead.
I don't, I'm scared now. What if I like freeze
No,
like that?
just
That would be
fucking, just sum it up.
So,
Just sum it up.
We were
Let
were
Shadow go
talking about all
crazy
this-
again.
conspiracy in Florida with the fuel and how they were like pushing this agenda to get everybody to buy a bunch of fuel. And it was really weird how I saw it here on my news stream. And then the next day, everything's contaminated, and all these people now have the icing on their already horrific tragedy that's going on a natural disaster. So we went down that with that, which led to other ones. And then we just started telling Disney, or not Disney. Can I say that? That's licensed.
You're
child
buffering
stories.
again. I'm gonna have to like take this story from you.
Do it.
All I caught was do it. I'll take it for a minute and see if you buffer. You're fine now. You're fine now. I'm gonna keep it this way for a second. Okay.
Maybe
So
my
it's your
energy-
end.
it's
It's
my
your end.
I know. It's because I'm getting worked up.
Okay. I'm gonna sum this up real quick, but then you're getting blamed for something. So here's the deal. So fucking basically there's a mix up of fuel, right? Diesel was poured into gasoline and went into a bunch of cars. This happened at many ports, east side, west side Florida. It was like big thing, fresh paraphrasing for you because you said this happened at multiple ports. I tried to basically play devil's advocate and said that this could be accidental. E4 Mafia, Blue, you look like a zombie right now. Basically, I'm taking the big screen. So here's the deal. So I tried to basically say, okay, this could have been accidental. Maybe an officer came on and said, fucking do this, private, blah, 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 blah. And just kind of going into that. But basically, we kind of came down to it's kind of suspicious. Like, really suspicious. Like, why did this happen in so many places, in different places, with so much fuel? So we're trying to get to the bottom of that, basically, and also try to, while maintain some seriousness of how much that suck, that is the suck, that was happening down in Florida. You back with us yet? Yes, you are.
I think so. I was just quiet. Okay. So, we still have a little bit of time. I mean,
Fresh?
I really want to see how the chat goes. If we did on another stream, flat Earth versus non-flat Earth.
Oh, we could wild out.
Conspiracy.
We could wild out. Don't drive
Be
everybody
funny.
nuts. Oh,
Oh, be
to
great.
blame you for something that everybody's currently witnessing. So here's the deal. I bought two. What I sent you? I sent you 2 power line adapters to plug directly into your router. She's still.
I know, but I'm
she's
using
still
my
on
phone.
Wi-Fi. I'm on my phone.
I'm using my phone.
Okay, Roger. I'll send a fucking PC next week. No, it's funny though, because I was like, I knew that might happen, but it didn't happen. Didn't happen last week though. It was like pretty solid.
No, but that's also because we didn't have all of them on, so that's why
So Adam
they
said,
weren't supporting.
"You weren't supporting what? You're still cutting out. It's trying to carry for you. I love you, but
Get off the internet.
this is what we hear in lobbies from all of our friends.
Go, babe. Get off.
Mom!
Turn your PlayStation off.
Mom, what did I tell you? Turn off Netflix. Nobody cares about fucking Days of Our Lives.
Stop running the microwave.
So he said, accidental. No. The timing was really weird. I hope I read that correctly. I hope I read that in character. You look,
Yeah.
you're, well, sometimes you say yeah, and sometimes your face just says it. Just be
I'm
glad.
talking my teeth. I'll sit here and smile, and I'll just talk like this. So nobody can tell.
Doesn't catch your audio either, though. It's fucked up.
Well, yeah, I'm with my mouth. I'm trying to do the ventriloquist thing. I'm not a ventriloquist.
Well, so I could do it like this. No, you could do it to me. You gotta like take your hand and then like put it over on like through the screen into me. So hold on, I'm gonna read this really quickly. So, because I want to go back up, we mixed it. Okay, we missed a few things here. Make sure you sweep and mop before you go into the pink pony, Ron. Yep, that's definitely happened here. Diesel was mixed with gasoline. So did you experience this downrange or no? Weather control systems like HARP. Oh, yeah. Now you're getting to some real, I mean, that's some real stuff right there, too. I can't even deny that. There's some stuff. I actually doing this. I'm a little bit behind. So relatable, definitely. Tim, you at work? I don't know if you answered. Unfortunately, yes. That's we feel bad for you, bro. We feel all of you that are working out there. Appreciate you supporting while we're in here, while we're waiting for Blue to come back. Blue, you back yet?
Am I back?
You sounds like you're back.
Am I back?
Sounds like it.
My face.
And he said I had to go to Wawa to make sure I just had gas, not a mixture. That's crazy.
I don't know what Wawa is.
That's an untasteful joke I can't repeat. Just be glad you didn't have to wax and buff and strip the floors of battalion headquarters for 8x for the extra duty for missing PT formation. That's crazy. That's crazy. Not relatable.
I just read bronze.
Well, yeah, right. So here's the thing, not relatable, because like I feel like, and it's not even fair, at least 23 years ago, being an infantry cat, yeah, you're getting extra duty for doing actually wrong things. We
Jerry
showed up,
just kicked
but I'll
in the
fucking
door.
sell you something fresh. We showed up to fucking PT. Maybe that's the difference. We might have been walking in our club clothes and having to switch into PTs to go running, but
Wrong, like,
jokes
glitter
for
and
days.
correct? Ron said Cherry just kicked in the front door.
Oh, you sent along friends and Streamlabs is like a little bitch about it. I'm sorry. How does not know how to lock a door? You don't know what Wawa? Yeah, I know what Wawa is. You know what? You got Wawa out there?
Well, no, he said, "What is Wawa?" Or he said, "I don't know what Wawa is."
No,
Does
I'm
this mean
asking you. Do you have Wawa? Oh, you don't even
I don't know.
You don't even know. She don't even know. But
Walmart?
Wawa is not a 2-year-old's version of Walmart. It is a gas station.
Oh, is it 229? Cause
Nah, dude, we got Sheets out here. That's how we roll.
hey,
Then
what
at
is
least
the
Ron
gas
isn't
price?
lonely. Where I'm at,
Yeah,
365.
rude.
Yeah, it's
rude.
like it's
almost
like
$6.
it's definitely like a third of what it is in California.
Yeah, it's like almost $6 where I am. I'm gonna cry.
I can do
driving-
math. I know it's less than half, but still, that's
I'm driving
crazy. That's
9
fucking
miles a day.
crazy. Crazy.
My
I also
car's
get blown
gross.
away at what people make out there too, though. Cost of living is a real thing too.
Yeah, it's really hard though. I mean, it is even in a nicely cushioned 2-income family. It's still hard.
Speaking of impersonations, I'm just saying, like out here near West Virginia, some folks be like $15 an hour. I make 15 cents. Like it gets pretty wild out here. Sheets suck compared to Wawa. Don't at me. I don't know. My
Gas
two,
station.
huh?
Is Sheets another gas station?
Yeah. But they make like. So you want to hear a fucking funny story? Hopefully you don't
Yes.
continue lagging, but because I want to see your reaction.
I want to go yell at him, but I didn't want to leave.
So here's the deal. So 2 a.m, I get maybe it was like 3 a.m. It was fucking late. 2 dogs, taking care of little babies over here, little dogs over here, and one's very sick. Unfortunately, one's just a puppy who gets into bad things. What we were babysitting for, and so they both had to go out every couple hours. Let's put it that way. So it's like having a baby. It was actually like every fucking hour and 15 minutes. I was up at like 3 a.m. And I'm trying to be chill because I'm a fucking nutty veteran. So yeah, I had the munchies at 3 in the fucking morning. Put 2 and 2 together. I decide I'm going to fucking order DoorDash. Nothing is fucking open out here at that time of the morning. So I live out in the fucking country. And so what's open? Fucking Sheets. People can relate with that. Or Wawa. Maybe that's your thing. It doesn't matter. The point is Sheets makes custom food. It's not really fucking custom. Okay? So I order on the fucking picture, okay, is Sheets nachos. I ordered a bunch of shit because I fucking knew this was going to happen, okay? Just let me clarify, okay? So I ordered a bunch of picture food because picture food looks phenomenal. We all know what plastic shit looks like when you walk in a restaurant. And the fucking funny thing is it never comes out looking that good. It always looks like crap, right? So I knew this was going to happen. But it's 3 o'clock in the morning, gas station food. Yeah, it's a little different. It's a little out there, right? So I ordered nachos that look like they straight came from insert anywhere out on the West Coast, down south, near the border. Nachos. They looked phenomenal. They looked incredible. I was like, oh, I'm also going to order a meatball Italian sub. Yeah, from Sheets in fucking middle of Virginia at fucking 3 a.m. I'm sure that'll come out real like a Jersey sub. So I ordered. I was very tactical about ordering 5 things in case one sucked, and then you could see, ate probably all of them. But either way, they sent fucking chips. They sent tortilla rounds with, I shit you not, ketchup and pepper flakes. That's what I got for nachos at 3 a.m. Don't waste your money at 3 a.m. and shop for fucking Sheets food. It's not gonna come out like you think. I promise.
Oh.
Rookie move ordering nachos. I know, but I kind of wanted to. I don't know. I don't really
You
care.
would think that's a safe bet, though.
No, I
think
felt-
nachos.
Yeah, I feel like it was.
chips.
Yeah, Like you couldn't walk down aisle 2 and fucking grab salsa and just like pour it from aisle 2 and then the fucking nacho cheese right next to it and dump that on there.
Even cake nacho cheese, like just
Bro, like what the hell? You got the Tostitos right. You went over to the fucking hot dog stand that hasn't been running for 6 hours and scraped the ketchup out of the trash, threw it on there and threw some pepper flakes from a pizza on it and thought that was fucking nachos. I almost lost my shit. I almost got in a fucking car. If I could have, I would have gotten in a fucking car responsibly. If I drove over there and fucking chucked those nachos over the counter, that's what would have happened.
But did you eat it?
I ate like 3, 4. I had to find out. Nothing will beat Ron though. Nothing will beat Ron at fucking like again 2, 3, 1 in the morning. I don't remember what it was. We're at Denny's and everybody. Yeah, everyone just so everyone knows. Did you see it?
Yeah, you sent me the video. That is the what?
That was fucking badass.
So gross.
That was some 11 fucking Bravo shit right there. That was some hula stuff. This cat, I'm shit you not. Now we had ordered bacon ice cream crap. We ordered pancakes. Some fools ordered purple
Marinara
undercooked
sauce.
steak, marinara sauce with mozzarella sticks, shrimp
And what,
crap,
like a chocolate shake?
chocolate shake. You like it? Any type. We had like orange juice shit. We just literally eggs. Put it all together
Right.
and paid Ron $20, and he drank the whole thing, and did not.
In the milkshake cup. In the milkshake cup. It was wrong. I'm so glad I didn't go to dinner with you guys.
Bro, I gotta get that clip because I feel like we should play that live.
We should. I can send it. I think Cherry sent it to me.
Full.
Oh, I could stick in my mouth as I watched the video, and I wanted to cry. I was like, "Ugh."
We're making you hungry.
Why?
He says,
No.
"Yo, Trash says we're making him hungry." How are we making you hungry? Describing the most horrific meal experiences of the last decade of my life.
He took all of them individually, and he heard the food individually. He didn't picture them all together. He probably would eat it.
Well,
his
well-
name is Trash Casket.
Downrange, maybe he's talking about that. Maybe he's talking about downrange because he said, okay, so they're talking about this. Because I was going on a rant there.
Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Ron, I can't repeat half the stuff you put in this damn chat. Okay, so I'm going to say it out loud. I was checking myself out naked. That's great, Ron. That's great. Real mature of you in chat.
The shop?
What? All right. Whoa. Clarify in chat, Ron. That's coming straight
I
at you.
swear I'll put my cameras up and I will post it. I will post it.
So Buc-ee's is better than both. However, Buc-ee's is expensive AF. As fuck.
I don't know what
So
Buc-ee's is.
Buc-ee's, I don't know what Buc-ee's is either. That's I don't know, country made up shit. Bryce's gonna
Is that
punch me in
like
the face. Can we talk about the new sandwich at Chick-fil-A? Thing is amazing. Are they still open? Because I'd order it. No, I guess they're not. Not for me. Can you
They're
order?
open here.
Okay, I want you to order Chick-fil-A, and then I want you to send it to me in the slowest possible mail that you can possibly find, and I will eat it live.
I will put it with dried. Wait, can they ship dried ice? You can't ship.
You can't.
dried
And
ice.
I have a good story. Well, real quick, because we gotta get back to chat again. I was with this Italian kid from Jersey when I got called back to the military at the NRR. His mother, this Jersey Shore little boy, spoiled brat, love him to death. But and again, not gonna name drop, but we was going to a shitty place to train up, and his mother dry ice sent us cannolis from fucking Jersey. Yeah, Jersey
My
City.
God.
Yeah, like real
Oh.
Italian mother.
So
Like
you can.
that's- Huh?
So you can mail dry ice.
Can. She mailed it
That-
overnight or whatever. Dry ice came. They came like they were fresh right out of the bakery. It's crazy.
Wait, you don't have a Chick-fil-A out there?
I mean, I'm not gonna knock yeah, we got Chick-fil-A, of course.
Okay,
A freaking Bible Belt down here. Hell yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
But did you hear what the sandwich is?
So
It-
new
it-
Chick-fil-A sandwich or Chick-fil-A? I think you're just
Okay.
you're not using proper keyboard techniques. Fresh.
A chicken sandwich with hot honey and pimento cheese with peppers on it. Now, is it on a biscuit? If it's on a biscuit, I am sold. I like my chicken sandwiches on a biscuit. All about it.
You country. How are you from Cali?
My family, well, I live in Cali. My
I'm
family,
from Cali. But damn, you
I-
talking about, man, I don't eat nothing with it. Gotta have biscuits on it.
biscuits. Oh,
Let me
biscuits.
tell you, honey.
I don't. Oh, the best chicken sandwich I ever had is from a place called Plucked here, and it's on homemade country biscuits, soda biscuits,
Yeah.
with like weird mustard honey jalapeno sauce with a jalapeno coleslaw. So you have like the sweetness, the crunch, and it. Oh,
Bro, you're
the
making
flaky-
everybody, and I'm hungry
Oh,
as hell now. I'm
the
hungry as hell.
flakiness. I'm drooling.
So I spell. I am too now. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
That's good though.
Okay.
Everybody get off. When we get off in a few minutes, we're gonna get off soon. I have to return my neighbor's dog soon. But Fresh threw me off. He said I spell it like that because that's the way we spelled it in my old timeline. What the hell are you talking about?
Mandela effects. Mandela effects. I
Oh,
got you,
he's-
Fred.
Fucking Mandela effect. He's nuts. You two yahoos and your conspiracy theories fit real well in your handbasket.
I'm gonna throw Logan on here with the conspiracy theories. Bring it.
I'm
We'll
just
go
as
all
bad.
night.
But I'm not. But I don't theorize about anything. I listen to facts. I'm gonna argue with everyone, even if I'm
all
on your
right.
side. I'm gonna argue. You know me.
I'm okay with that. You got to bring it full circle. You got to hear all the sides because then you
What
can
did
see how silly you sound.
It was the egg white covered in ketchup that hit the ice cream that made it almost come up. Oh, you soft, Ron. Don't admit that. Just kidding. That shit was gross.
Sweet Tea says hi to the chat.
What is your spirit animal if you and Ron have the same one, Fresh?
Raccoon.
Huh?
Raccoon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gangster, Tim. Isn't that? Yeah, that's the most gangster shit
Fred.
said in chat.
You look
Period.
great, Freds. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Raccoon? So you answered? Why didn't you put a question mark just to see if he was right? Or do you guys just telepathically agree that that you like trash bandits as your spirit animal? Have you ever seen a baby raccoon? Like I fucking want one. I know
Yes,
what
have
they
you
turn
ever
into.
grabbed a raccoon?
I know. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know that-
I've seen how angry they get when they're not they're trapped
you
or something on the
grab 'em?
deck. You gotta let
Don't
them
grab them
go.
by the scruff. Don't grab them by the scruff because they could turn in their skin. they're-
They're still cute.
They're absolutely. I love their little masks.
So
Wait,
I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy like 3 times. There's like 3 volumes. I know how to handle raccoon. Okay. They make great
Rocket
friends.
not a raccoon.
Have you seen the third one? It was fucking funny.
Oh, I cried.
It was
I
horrible
cried.
in the like storyline, but it was really good.
I'm such an
really
animal
funny.
person. No, I was bawling like a bad,
Yeah.
like
You know what?
ugly cry with snot.
I'm gonna
and
say who I was with, but we was both a little jacked up about it too. There's some service connection issues with watching. I will give you a trigger warning on that flick for real. It does make you feel some type of way. I don't gonna lie to you. That's real. But on the funny side, dude, I was fucking dying when that guy when he was like, I don't want to like spoiler alert, but like the guy that got totally or like show him we mean business.
Mhm.
I laughed for I was literally food snot coming out of my nose laughing because I was like, that's me. And the person I was
Oh.
watching with knew it because they served with me. So I was
Well, and
dying.
There's so many good things to it. Like it's a roller coaster of emotions. That movie just so many emotions. So
It
many
was.
emotions.
I agree. And be careful if you
Wait, I
watch if you're a
saw-
vet. It can mess you up. Tim, we're sorry, bro. I tell you what, dude. Tim, you can shout out to me any way you would like. I will literally order you food. Nobody else is getting that. There's one person in this chat today that I will do that for. It's Tim. If you're hungry, I will DoorDash you because I know what you're doing and what you got going on. I got you. That's my word. I'm saying it live, bro. Hit me up.
DoorDash him Chick-fil-A.
Make a
the new
group
sandwich.
order, and I just won't order anything. I grew up with Chick-fil-A. Stop spelling it that way, dude. I'm gonna just say it like he spells it. But apparently Ron and Fresh agreed that a raccoon is their spirit animal. I guess that's just a
I've
thing.
seen Ron clean plates. Like I bring food in and like he's already eaten, but I always thought like he didn't want to make me feel bad. No, it's because he's a trash panda. He will eat it all. He will clean plate club every time.
So he says, "Nah, you silly head, it's on a bun." That's what Adam said about biscuit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. No
I'm
shit.
of that.
It's a fucking burger with chicken in it.
Have
did
you
you-
had their breakfast? Have you
It
had
is a
their
southern chain, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you ain't
Probably-
really been out. I went to Raleigh. I went to the Raleigh COD finals. I watched Scump play his last fucking game. How about that? When I was down there, when I was traveling around to go see Call of Duty's finest, working actually at the event, which was pretty cool. With a guy I really respect. The guy who works at the VA. Awesome guy, Ryan. Love him to death. Shout out to that guy. I actually saw a chain. I think it was called Chicken and Biscuits, something like that, or Biscuits and something. I can't remember. Somebody correct me in chat. It
Okay,
was the
I wanna-
best fucking food I've ever, like fast food chain. It was the best I've ever had in my life, hands down.
I want to know if the people in chat have had the chicken and biscuit sandwich and if they have put jam on that chicken and biscuit sandwich. If so, what
Yeah.
flavor?
I do that. I do that too. I put them on pancakes. I don't even play around. But here's the
Aw.
thing. So I'm gonna say like Chick-fil-A is how I grew up with Chick-fil-A. So now it's not my fault. CERN ended that timeline. Right. The Large Hadron Collider.
2008.
You're just. But here's the thing. See, Fresh thinks he's slick. He's trying to throw in other conspiracy theories into the chat to get us going again. I don't have a ton
I
of time. But go
I
ahead.
know.
Go ahead. It's actually, I love physics, and I do love thinking very much about existentialism. So
Did
that's what I can
Curious
kind of wrap my
George
head on. Huh?
Did Curious George have a tail? You've
Did he have
never
a
seen him
tail?
with-
Did you not hear my birthing story? Bro, I came out. Listen, I don't know if we said it live. I don't think we ever
No,
have.
we didn't. They
Yeah,
didn't get
when-
the story.
So when my mother had me, right, we were at the hospital, and it took several doctors to lift me up, and I was so heavy, they had to place me next to my mom, and they said, "Congratulations, ma'am, you gave birth to a man. He is obviously 11 Bravo. He came with all the downloadable content that goes along with basic training and being a badass. You're very welcome. We were able to make this happen for you. Love you, Mom. You know it's true." She, obviously it's true. She told me the story. I believe my mom. And so, no, I don't know anything about Curious George. I was reading the IET handbook since I was fucking 3.
I knew it. Knew it. 'Cause you don't know anything about the bear.
I had a Ranger handbook in one hand and the IT handbook in the other. You showed me your IT handbook.
I like. Did you like how I had highlights?
I
there?
think I have my
How
shit somewhere in
organized
this
I am.
fucking desk. Huh?
I said, do you remember I had highlighted sections? I went through my IET
Yeah, you're a
handbook and
psycho. Complete psycho.
Yeah.
Just like how to fucking improvise and make a near fucking ambush on neighbors who
This is
complain about your new
important.
fucking house paint.
Hey.
Joking.
I
Joking.
finished the room. I finished the room.
I don't know where my IT
By the-
handbooks just bother me. Huh?
I said I finished the room. We finally got the bed put together. By the way, all right. We just got the.
I
drawers
walked
in.
out. I walked out when that shit was going on. So they filmed the movie like 10 minutes from me at Brick by Brick Facts. What fucking movie? There's a bunch of. Can you catch us up on chat? I'm literally like,
He's talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
oh, I didn't know that.
Let's, oh,
I
boys
had
and
no
bears.
idea you lived in space, Fresh. I mean, you're crazy enough that I would believe that. Hero story. So
I thought he was talking about the planet.
he just said they filmed the movie 10 minutes from me.
Yeah, the planet.
Yeah,
It's a whole
we're
different
streaming this to Fresh. He lives in a galaxy far, far away.
planet. Yes,
He's
yes,
talking
he
the
does.
galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy. Wait, Blue, do you believe in skinwalkers?
Yes.
Wendigo? Don't answer that out loud.
Oh, why? We just had a situation. I have a fun story I
This-
can tell everybody.
What the hell? I can't even read this. It says rolling on the floor. It's like the comment for me. It says rolling on the floor, laughing. No worries, my guy. We can't DD out here. Oh man, bro, come on, man.
Oh, that's country.
Tim, you got to
country.
be country as hell, bro. If you can't DD out there, we got Uber. We got options, bro. Hit me up. Let me
Maple
just check.
Biscuit Company?
Mm.
What is that?
What is it?
Oh, Ron, you're a man after my own heart. Boysenberry's my favorite. And blackberry. Do you like blackberry?
I want to argue with all of you in chat. I believe that Chick-fil-A has dashes in between it. I'm looking this up. It keeps
Now it does.
say what? What? It didn't?
No.
I'm from the
okay,
Northeast. We have fucking Dunkin' Donuts. We don't. Yeah, it does have dashes.
Fresh is
Ha.
talking about chicken and waffles. He said that was one of the best fast food places he went to. It was next to a gas station, or it was in a gas station named Chicken and Waffles. I think I've seen that at one of the big major truck stops we have out here.
Biscuit Company too. Boysenberry.
Boysenberry, the jam, the type of jam.
I know, I get that, but I'm saying Maple Biscuit Company too. So you're saying you have it? What is it?
No,
Fucking
I was
pissed off at what Fresh said, but go ahead.
I was asking what was Maple Biscuit Company, and then let's see.
Adam, you must have been out near the gas lamp district. Huh? A lot of special operators out in that area. I know personally. Somebody, not to overshare, but cool place.
Adam says they're like, he's in the top 1% for his head size.
Who is that? Me?
Yeah, when you were born.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Right? There's no brain in there.
Oh yeah, the moon. Okay, so Ron says supposedly the moon is going to be blue tonight. No, that's not necessary. Okay, no, it's called a blue moon. It's a
Here you go, big screen. Take it over.
It is a super blue moon. That does not mean that the moon is blue. What it means is kind of back when the saying was once in a blue moon, meaning it was a rare occasion. The size and vibrancy and proximity of the moon to the earth is what is causing it to be so ginormous this evening. So it only happens once in a blue moon. Now there are some places in the United States where it will have kind of a filter to it. Sometimes you get a red filter, sometimes you get a blue filter. But once again, that's a very rare situation. So it's
So the moon's like fucking Instagram.
Oh, it's gonna be huge. Huge tonight though. So excited.
You sound like Donald Trump.
Aw.
Huge.
Oh,
Huge. China's annexing the moon.
I know what he's not talking about.
Listen, no. You're saying, okay. There you go again. Breaking out all that intellect. Love it. Love it. So you're telling me, but you said, I was making a joke there because you said sometimes there's a filter for that.
Yeah, so what it is it looks like
Fuck you mean there's a
it's-
filter? Like you go, just because you're looking at it through your phone and placing
No,
whatever the
no,
fuck you want, it doesn't mean that.
No, because of the carcinogens and shit in the air. Okay, certain places.
That's not
it
a
looks like it
filter.
has a filter.
That's not a filter. That's human mistakes.
Right.
Fucking
but
pollution. That's shit we shouldn't do.
how your eyes are filtering the fucking thing. Okay.
What? What is it?
That was the first time I said the F word on this stream today.
I'm proud of you. Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Very
Right?
good.
You're a lady.
Fuck is
Listen.
such a bad word. Oh.
So
God.
here's the thing. So all right. So basically the way the light is filtered is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
In certain areas of the United States, and I think some parts of Canada,
But it's huge.
but it's huge.
It's huge. It's gonna be
It's
huge. Huge.
now
huge.
but then again, go with like proximity to the
China.
firmament.
China. It wouldn't have happened when I was in office. All right, stay away from politics.
Huge.
Funny guy. Maple Biscuit Company, Boysenberry. We got to catch up with this. We got to catch up with this. Whataburger. I knew somebody was going to mention it. Honey butter chicken biscuit is the best. Just sounds good. I went to Whataburger. Was it Whataburger? What the hell did I eat when I got off the plane?
What a
I act
burger.
like you know, like the other Tim didn't pick me up, but I thought I told you. I never had it before. I got off the fucking plane. I can remember because I told you I'm bad with names. I never, just fucking insert. So it was like McDonald's, but California South style, I guess. Like a wannabe McDonald's joint that only sells like 3 fucking things, and you can get them animal style.
Ah,
It's not
okay.
Whataburger. What is that?
Out here, it's In and Out.
There you go. So it's In-N-Out, same fucking thing.
Yeah.
I have no clue what I'm talking about. I've never had Whataburger. I do not believe I've ever eaten at the establishment known as Whataburger.
That's why they say once in a blue moon, because it's a rare occasion. Oh.
Ripped out my cord. This is a bad idea. What? What are you catching up on? He also
So
said-
Fresh says it's just big and bright tonight for the crayon MRE lovers. Huge.
You already
That was-
taken him down the road of you mentioned the stupid freaking conspiracy theory that we're never having on this show. Never.
The firmament?
Vetoing that shit. Eric's probably gonna
Eric
counter
Baker's-
veto. That was good, Rambo. What was good?
Oh,
It just means the mood is sad.
no,
That's a
it's
good
not.
one. Fuck you, 1982. Welcome into the chat. What's good? Hey. It's only called a blue moon because it's the second full moon in the same month. Very rare. Oh, did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't get to give that fact, so that is another part of it.
Okay. And it's also called a super moon because the moon is closer to Earth than other times.
Yes.
I
So
don't
tonight
know any of it.
super blue. It's a super blue moon. I'm sorry, guys. I was being distracted by Rambo while he was making
I'm not.
me. 'Cause
I wasn't
he
making fun of
knows
you. I
I'm
never
all about
do
the
that. I've never made fun of you once.
It's okay.
I'm a good
You
liar,
just
right?
spelled my-
Is that a good
you
poker
just
face?
spelled my name wrong.
The one way day I was gonna send to you just how can you blame me? I'm horrible with names.
That's why we just go by blue.
There's a
okay?
local park that I call by a childhood park because it's the only park I can remember. And everybody in my family looks at me like I'm an idiot.
I just know you're gonna start spelling blue BLU. You're just gonna drop the E, huh?
No,
Just
no, no. I'm gonna get
you
all.
start calling
I'm gonna
green,
get all
we'll fight.
French. I'm gonna be like French about it and try to sound really intellectual.
Perfect.
Blue cheese.
Almost fast food burger. In and Out is trash.
I think that's actually
See,
pretty funny. It just means the moon is sad. Aha! Everybody else who thinks they're smart. Fresh is right. Adam's right. Just means the moon is sad, you dummies.
Oh, poor moon. Poor blue moon.
That's
Hey.
why there's a saying called once in a blue moon, because it's a rare occasion. I think you both said the same shit. Oh, it's just big and bright tonight for the Koran MRE letters. Y'all are too funny. Huge.
Blue moon used
So-
to be also be a decent beer.
Ron is agreeing that the Trumpster was a little slightly accurate. We're gonna have some impersonations coming in some episodes. Really good ones though. Not just like some shit ass ones. That one's not too bad.
Ooh.
Huh?
Adam was talking about. He said, "Yeah, Fresh. I tried it, animal, doggy, all the styles. It was meh." He says, "In and Out's trash." Always been a Five Guys
I
fan,
agree.
and I have a small fortune to spend. See, I saw the Five Guys, and I haven't gotten to actually eat there. I think other than a pizza that I had DoorDash, but I really want to try their burgers.
See, I don't agree that says In and Out and trash. I think he meant In and Out is water glass.
Oh, wrong emoji.
I'm glad y'all can pick up what we're putting down to, and y'all are super funny, and that we are all in good humor, and there's so many intelligent people in this community. No jokes aside, no dry humor or any of that said. It is very funny because as Fresh said, light pollution is dumb. It's the reason we can't see the stars in the city. Good point, man. It does suck. And I remember when I was a kid, you could still go out. I know, like where we're at, we're pretty fortunate in aspects that we could still see some stars, right? Easily pick out the little Big Dippers and stuff like that. But I can remember you could go out like it was crazy during the Perseid meteor shower. Hope I said that right, because like I said, I'm horrible with fucking names. But anyways, I went out because I wanted to see that at the height, and I literally went out while I was visiting down in Florida, seeing one of our homies. I went out, and it was so bright, even in the area I was in, which isn't crazy big. I was able to see one in 3 minutes, clearly. Two, I would say, but that was sad. That sucks. So Fresh made a good point there,
We also have another huge green meteorite that's supposed to be coming. I can't remember the name of it, but you can
green
see it from
meteorite or
like
comet?
asteroid coming, and it's in the close
Asteroid.
proximity.
So we're going to die.
No, it's not gonna come into well.
So this is like Jurassic Cretaceous
Guys, can
period
help me.
wiping human beings out. Green asteroid. Is this another
Well, you're supposed to
conspiracy
see it.
theory we got going on here?
Oh, yeah, it could be, but it is a fact that it is coming, and you should be able to see it.
Oh, look, we switched. You got cut out. That was crazy. All right,
Sorry.
you're good.
So stop calling me. But it's supposed to come in close proximity to Earth, and there's like a week period where we're able to see it. But out here, I can
An
see all the
asteroid, you'll actually be able to see the asteroid?
you'll
Naked
see the
eye?
green, well, comet, yeah, with the naked eye.
This is a
from Earth.
comet. That's what I'm trying to ask you. Is it a comet or an
Yeah,
asteroid?
well, I mean, asteroid, comet.
It's a snow asteroid. Got you.
It depends on what news article you're reading. Okay,
Blue's
I
gonna
read a
end up
couple.
fucking kicking my ass after stream because I'm being an asshole to her.
It's fine. I know where you live. You're lucky you're on the opposite side of me. Okay. I'm gonna start
I love
calling
you to
some
death. It's not.
Love you too. But the pollution is a good point because I've been up here for a couple months, so I'm really
Right.
loving the cleanliness of the air quality. And I was going down to Sacramento on my way to the shop. Now during COVID, like a year after COVID, so well we were still in the pandemic, but it
Yeah.
was so clear when I was coming over Airbase. You know that little bridge to the shop from the freeway, you could see all of Sacramento and the valley and everything. I was coming down today, you can't see anything anymore, like nothing. It looked like fog was rolling in from the smog and all of the pollution. It was so bad. It made my heart hurt.
Yeah, there's been a lot of the forest fires too, or what they say.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know.
No, yes, there's a lot. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, well, no, I was saying like they're saying it's this, whatever, but some weird conspiracies in that too. Not a ton of time to roll on
lightning.
it, but
There was lightning that struck down and caused a fire here, but yet there was lightning that was striking our mountain and there was no fire.
I
And
don't
this was
know.
more dry. Man, fresh.
I can't repeat some of that, but hey, when you coming back to Florida though? Actually, probably pretty soon. So I won't give exact dates or times. Catch up with you after, but actually should
Maybe
be. Yeah, I'll be down in the Tampa, Sarasota, Bradenton area, in somewhere in the near future.
Do you let it dry out a little bit first before you get
I'm gonna make.
please?
Yeah,
Just,
crazy, bro. Crazy.
Mrs. D would probably appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, guys, I love you. I'm going to make my home to the pink pony. Yeah, you good, Ron? Hey, thank you for showing up, bro. I'm gonna wrap it up too. Anyways, what else? Did we not cover anything? And is there anything you want to close out on? Before we continue our conspiracy theories on Activision.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Yes, because my husband may
Ooh,
eat it.
Ron dropped
But I
a
did think
bomb. Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. No, you
What
can
did
read
Ron
it
drop?
after. You go ahead. Whenever I'm laughing or you catch me, I'm never laughing at you. Rarely. I'm not gonna say never because
You
I
can
don't like
laugh
being a
at me
liar.
if you want. I laugh with you, so I don't take offense. It's
You
sort of
make
like
me laugh.
all
I'm gonna make a recovery. Look at me as I stare into your eyes. I'm
I
laughing
saw
with
Ron.
you.
No, it's not working. Shut it.
I usually am laughing at chat because they're so fucking funny, dude.
We
That's-
need to touch base with this, but we need to.
Go ahead and read it. Go ahead, take it. Hey, everybody can have the
Project
big screen
Bluebeam.
with you.
Project Bluebeam,
Yup.
overpopulation,
Yup.
Hollow Earth,
That's just a fact.
shapeshifter, quantum entanglement, dragon sighted over Canada. Yes.
Shut up,
Let's
Fresh.
get- There's so many. There's so many.
Just
But-
stop.
The Project Bluebeam is what we were talking about earlier in reference when they're like, I'm safe from laser beams. I just didn't want to say the words.
Project Blue Hair.
Yes. Can't unveil my evil scheme, Pinky. Okay?
Fresh. I know you're trying to be funny, which I also know you, and I know that you're also just tossing out some nonsense out there, and
I believe that. I believe it fresh.
I hate y'all.
Wings are cartilage.
I know 50% of you
Believe me.
believe the nonsense coming out of his face right now.
Okay, but there's dragons in all mythology.
You know what was a
possibly
good fucking
the
movie?
whole world.
I'm not going off
Dragonheart.
topic.
Dragonheart
Yeah, it was.
with Sean
So
Connery.
was shit, there was a really good one with
How to Train Your Dragon.
no, not any, it wasn't like a kid's movie. It had Matthew McConaughey in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about Interstellar?
No. It's old.
Oh.
It's old. It's like what's the fucking name of that movie? It's not A Knight's Tale. I'm so horrible with names. It's like somebody will help me here. I wish Cypher was around.
There's dragons in it?
Yeah, it's all about dragons. But you know what was a good movie? We'll come to think about it. It had Matthew McConaughey in it. I could probably Google it right now. I'm so lazy. So, Reign of Fire killed it.
Oh.
Awesome movie. Yeah, good movie. But the Meg, which I got to be honest, the Meg 2, just don't even fucking waste your money. But anyways, unless you just want to laugh, I don't know. Meg with I like Jason Statham. He's pretty good. You know, he's pretty good in general. You know, pretty decent. Badass. I think he plays a pretty decent badass. So, but anyways, but in the Meg, like I could wrap my head around fucking something from the ocean just making it through shit.
Yeah.
But I really can't wrap my head around that nobody's seen a fucking plesiosaur like a Tyrannosaurus Rex or a Brontosaurus. Like, just stop.
Not now. I
So
don't
go
think
right
they're
on
roaming
ahead and
around
tell everybody
now.
else. Just literally type in the chat, I'm crazy. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, whatever. Hey, we don't know. There's a lot of places. But the ocean gets me. The ocean, I could see that.
The
Argue
ocean's
his
terrifying.
point. No, I'm
Is it?
saying, how are we missing that? How are we missing a dragon or a dinosaur?
Oh,
Or
I'm
they're
not
the
saying
same thing?
I'm not saying that they're alive now.
He is.
Oh, I missed that. He's saying that they're like around right now.
Weiland. I know what you're talking about. It was Christian Bale in it too, which is also a phenomenal actor. Love Christian Bale. Definitely good actor. Gerard Butler. Gerard Butler was in that? Good catch, bro. I didn't realize Gerard Butler was in that as well.
Now I'm gonna
Reign of Fire.
wait. It's Fresh. Fresh is saying that dragons and dinosaurs are alive right now.
Yes. So he said dragons were spotted over Canada, and they were telling us those were dinosaurs. I'm sorry to trash
How
on
was
you,
the
Fresh,
weather
but
balloon?
come on, bro. Come on,
Okay, I
bro.
can't
Stop
jump
trolling chat, man.
I
You
can't
could-
jump on that one.
Dragons have
But-
bone like birds. They don't fossilize quite like denser bones do. That's a great argument. I'm going to take trash aside on that one. Lore
Have you
for
seen-
200, Alex.
Have you seen an emu?
No. I'm going to be fucking honest with you. No, I haven't. You know what? We'll just jump into it this episode. Okay, flat earth, fucking round earth. You know what? I've never seen a fucking emu. So I'm going to tell you what, they don't exist.
Why? They're terrifying birds that look like dinosaurs.
I don't believe you. I've never seen one. Doesn't mean they don't exist. You're just making up birds.
I had one in my front yard.
You
Hold
see
on.
where I'm going with this? You have one in
No,
your
I
front
see-
yard? There's a man. What do you give you? Sheets? What do you give you? Sheets, nachos, and ketchup?
He
What do you
gave
say?
me-
What do you say?
He gave me cylinder meat.
So he said, what is it? Yeah, it doesn't exist. That's on flat Earth.
I'm gonna send it to you.
I've seen an emu in pictures. I don't think I've ever
I
seen
know,
one
but
in actual
fucked
life.
up. I'm gonna have a real emu delivered to your house.
Pokemon
tell
have
me
been
how many
spotted in
pictures that-
Antarctica. Ooh, Fresh, you're getting trolled, bro. You're getting trolled in chat. You brought this on yourself. You better hop on to COD with us. All you people in chat who want to come fucking play, we're getting on COD tonight, just so y'all know. So, no shit. So, here's the deal. I'm taking the big screen for you. So, I knew you would answer. They found a new 9 million acre plot of land next to Australia. Okay. Accurate depiction of the news. Okay. Yes, a continent was found that's been missing for 375 years or something like that, from what I understand. Look, I absolutely can get down with the idea, and I'm sure Blue as well as many people in chat, that look, I definitely agree that humans have been around for a long fucking time. That there's a ton of history. That there's probably been. I'm gonna bring us both back up, Blue. See if you agree with this. But hey, look, there's a ton of history we don't know about, right? And
Oh,
there's gonna be
absolutely.
things discovered. There's crazy stuff they find in the ocean that was previously not under the ocean. So totally plausible. Aliens, totally plausible, right? Interdimensional travel. Ron brought up quantum entanglement earlier, which would be one of the few ways you could radio communicate. For those of you who don't know, not trying to sound intelligent or anything like that. It's just quantum entanglement has to do because I'll have to paraphrase some of this because I'm not Stephen Hawking. I'm not a physicist, but in reading everything and from studies over last 20 years and understanding, there's a lot to do with it. But so two things here: quantum entanglement has to do with subatomic particles being interconnected with one another. You read one, you observe one. The other one is automatically in placement. It's guaranteed, right? And what's interesting about that, when they studied light particles, are they a wave or are they a particle? Like, how do they interact? Well, they observed they do both. So what happened was they double slit experiment. They shot like a flashlight. You know, you get where I'm going with this. So
Yes.
this is getting shot through a flat. They shot it through a slit, and to be expected, what shadowing would happen on the other side, what particles would be observed, was there were light particles hitting in places that they were literally mathematically impossible, showing that basically particles be in two places at one time. There's very suggestive alternate realities. There's a lot to be, and this happened. This isn't new. This isn't new science. This is really fucking old. Like
And
literally
pattern would
before World War II old, huh?
the pattern would change when it was observed as well.
Yes, which is crazy, right? So that there's a lot to unpack there, but in a nutshell, right? So a light year traveling at 186,000 miles per second, an hour, second. I don't know. Again, forgetting things, jumping off on numbers, but basically, okay. Here's a bit easier
Right.
one. Alpha Centauri, nearest star to us, right? 4.5 light years away. Okay, that's how long it takes light to travel there. But radio signals travel at the same speed of light. So you send a radio signal. Let's just imagine we send a spaceship out there, right? Gets there, has an engine problem, right? Sends a radio signal back. Okay, then it's on an iPhone 25, iPhone 26.
Yeah.
Send a text message back. No, they send it back. Radio signal, speed of light. It travels 4.5 years. That's a really long time to get an answer for a fucking engine problem. So, engine problem. Hey, this is Apollo 479. Back down to Houston. We have a major malfunction. Can you help us out here? 4.5 years back to Earth. 4.5 years back. 9 years. I think your engine problem's probably going to be your demise. So how do you overcome that? Quantum entanglement. If you can manipulate the particles, you could observe one, basically maybe Morse code, whatever. There's some suggestion that maybe this is in existence now. That is something. Quantum entanglement can happen at no distance, doesn't matter. Whichever particle is observed, it will automatic instantaneously, whether it's 13.73 billion light years across the other side of interstellar universe, you'd be able to observe the radio transmission or quantum entanglement instantaneously. There's one. Two, interdimensional travel, right? So you have fourth dimension, fifth dimension, sixth dimension, whatever it may be. Maybe life may be coming from a dimension we can't understand. You've talked about, studied, so how like maybe an ant might be on a piece of paper, or drawn, because you're a tattoo artist, right? You know this, how like basically take a piece of paper, which is actually three-dimensional, but let's pretend it's two-dimensional. The drawing would have no idea what the concept of depth or height above it was. It would only be forward, back, left, right, no up, down. So
Right.
as a three-dimensional species, and then we'd stick our hand through, they would see like a section of our hand going through. They'd be like, oh my God, it's magic. Ah. So that's like a way to conceptualize how fourth dimensional species might pop in and out. Some of these crazy things we're seeing. So I don't go off on crazy conspiracies. Oh, but I do. Oh, I'll go on and stuff. But I like to use science and math my way out of things. But we got some interesting material to cover in some upcoming episodes, I think. Huh?
I'm so excited. I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
catch back up on chat, Rookie. You want to take it?
Yeah. Okay, so
Chuck you up on the screen.
I'll start with the Pokemon have been spotted in Antarctica. Is that the ice wall or the continent? Which one are we talking about? They found a new 9 million acre plot of land next to Australia. And then Adam says that's for real. You should look up Mr. Ballin's story on giants in Afghanistan. Wild stuff.
Seen it.
After serving totally legit account of what happened overseas with AARS. Giants are a historical fact. We called the moon from a landline. The first man on the moon was the cameraman.
I'm gonna actually pull up the link, and I don't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna let you continue on, but I'm actually gonna pull up what they're talking about and send it in chat because, and I'll tell you why after. Go ahead with your thing.
And it says they left the cameraman during the moon landing, except they were in a studio. So there's a whole new fun conspiracy about did we or did we not land on the moon?
Yes.
And
yes. I'll put us both back up here.
All of that.
That's
stuff. That I could go for hours about that on both sides. I can argue both sides.
Yeah.
But that's a fun
and we
one.
will. We will. We'll have fun with it.
Yeah, and in fairness, we'll never truly know because if someone tells you it's the truth and then it's not the truth, and then later on you find out it was the truth, you're not going to believe anybody.
Okay, so before we go down this rabbit hole, right? I actually showed this to Sketch too. I want you. That link is what he's talking about. Giant down in Canada. But I want you to take something in for a minute. And we'll come back here to Out of Funland for a second. Of fun, theoretical and real stuff. Because obviously not all of it is theoretical. And this dude that we just sent the link to that was mentioned earlier, I believe by Fresh. Or Adam. I don't know. Don't kill me on that one. Yeah. So Mr. Ballin, Navy SEAL, veteran, real dude. Like, I fucking love this guy. I'm sub to him. I'll be flat out honest with you guys. Check him out. He comes off as like a civilian, great storyteller. He's freaking phenomenal. He's a really good creator. So take that in. He's a veteran. He's a former Navy SEAL. He's a badass dude. He's very humble. But he tells some real, he's really credible. That should give some real credibility to what people are talking about in chat. So there's that one. And then there's a paranormal one as well. I'm going to throw in chat for you guys as well from Afghanistan. That's really crazy too. If you guys want something to fall asleep to or maybe force you to stay awake later.
Does anybody else watch Ancient Aliens?
Used to.
Just curious.
I just do it for entertainment so I can laugh at that like lisp having Greek dude.
Logan loves the man that has the hair. He's just
a Greek guy.
Yeah, he's so fascinated with the hair. But they had a whole bunch of stuff on the pyramids. Now that's a whole nother thing.
I'm gonna get slayed in chat. There's another veteran army dude that really he's been on Rogan too. Dude was on I don't want to say that's horrible names. Pull him up. He talks about the pyramids. Real wild stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I just saw it in a clip actually the last couple days because I've been on some really weird kicks. But
he's been on Rogan. I'm telling you, this dude's like, and I think that's Rogan kind of clowned him, but he's on some legit stuff.
Well, there's this thing that we were just watching. Logan showed me, and it's with the pyramid and the rotation and like some crazy stuff. We won't get into that because we will never stop. But
we do have to have material. We're gonna have material for years, but it doesn't matter. We will. And we hate to do this to everybody, but yeah.
We're gonna build a pyramid eventually on the top of our property and see if we could get it to spin really, really fast.
You guys are out of your mind. So here's the thing.
A lot of copper. I need a lot of copper. Send me your copper, guys.
So that's pretty cool. There's a ton of material out there. This one, the two I sent in the chat, Navy SEAL, like I said, Mr. Ballin, John Ballin is his name. He's open about that. He talks about that. Phenomenal creator. You guys will love his material. He has something for everybody, I think. He says, is this strange, dark, mysterious? I do not want to steal his material or his sayings. I'm just I'm hoping I'm selling for him because he's really really good. Adam, I don't know why it keeps banning these. Just send them in sections, like recopy what you wrote and then just send it in sections. I'll have to fix Streamlabs for good next time. But those two, one's on an experience. Like I said, dude, trigger warning for some of you cats out there if you got PTSD and stuff like that. Like, hey, just fair warning. They are about operators that were operating and just regular Joe soldiers, whatever you want to call them, Marines that were in respectively in service and country. And the second one's paranormal. It's really hard to wrap your head around. It's a really crazy story. The first one is on the giant story that he actually had some inside, like he didn't like witness it, but the story came to him. Ironically, he was told upon landing in country as a SEAL, he was warned of this this giant that so he had privy information to it fucking like a decade prior to making that episode.
I know what I'm going to be watching this evening.
Yeah. It's phenomenal.
Another one.
He does a lot on like missing people and weird stuff like that, but these ones are military related. They're pretty good.
This is separate. This one I don't believe is military related. I'm gonna botch it. I know that I am. Someone in chat, I'm sure it'll be Fresh or Adam. There's the 4 points, the 4 corners, where they have this weird temple, and you have to go there and recite something. That's a whole nother conspiracy one too that we can.
You're gonna have to you're gonna have to educate me on it because you guys are both speaking like different languages to me right now. I mean, I know of like. What's that?
That one's like an internal democracy kind of
Skull
Illuminati.
Society stuff.
Yeah, that's a whole different type of conspiracy. That one's crazy. I was just diving into that because there were some people that went on a vacation and some weird stuff happened. So that's a fun conspiracy too.
Tim Checker, good one up there. The Egyptian inherited the pyramids. The head of the Sphinx was altered to be human face. I love those mysteries. Actually, so again, going with the science, the one thing that I couldn't really counter argue, because I always try to counter argue when people come at me with here's the thing. So I'm gonna give a a very serious answer to all of my wise ass shit, but I think that this brings some validity to if we're gonna talk about this stuff seriously, right? We're gonna have fun with it. We're gonna joke. But here's the thing. Here's some validity to the arguing, right? So as service members, a lot of us being veterans, right? We're trained, and I think the better of us are trained to think logically, right? And so that's what brings a lot of credibility to veterans who report things and have crazy stories and stuff like that. But here's the thing. I always say that things are not usually as complicated as they're made out to be. Now, there is absolutely psychological warfare. There are very many complicated things in life. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that the ruse or the reason or whatever could usually be identified past the propaganda, past what's going on, or whatever, for usually selfish human reasons. And so it's a lot of times I don't like to brute force my way through things. I'm not just always a grunt. But I do like to think very logically, take a step back and say, okay, what's really going on here? But I don't like to go way in the back and get overtrained in thought. I like to break things down. But there are times when you just can't fucking disclaim something. And that's one, you guys have mentioned 20. It could be, you said we could be here all day. But Tim made a great point. And the Sphinx, the weathering on it, the rain patterns, it's crazy. It's very believable that those and being able to carbon date things and what's going on underneath. And Egypt's not, they don't want anybody in there telling them what's going on. The weird guy that's in charge of all their antiquities, the guy I'm talking about. He's been on a lot of shows. So that all going on, I can wrap my head around that scientifically. It didn't even make sense because I really do believe we keep unearthing things, and that things that humans create, you generally aren't in line with being able to withstand the pressures of Earth changing itself over time. So it's really fascinating to me on a scientific level. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, then, and that also leads you to all of the ancient Oh my goodness, I just had a complete brain fart. Wonders of the World, basically. So,
Hmm.
like Stonehenge is another good one. You know, like then
Nah, it's just a
all
bunch of fucking rocks somebody threw together. I'm just kidding.
well, no, I mean, I guess, well, I mean, a lot of it could be fake because I
What do you
haven't been there.
mean the pyramids are fucking impossible to build? They're just putting the bricks together, you know? I could do that.
Right?
I'm a.
Well, and if you look at like the hieroglyphs,
Call my
like all
friend.
the
He's a mason. He knows how to do that.
my stepdad's a mason. He could totally build it. I'm telling you, little rocks, brick by brick. That's how you build a pyramid.
It is. That's the name of the show.
Yeah.
No, but what you're saying about what were you saying though about Stonehenge?
Oh, with like they're finding more and more things like, oh, this goes down deeper, or oh, we unearthed this, or oh, hey, look at this huge spear that we just found in the middle of nowhere, but it has some weird writing. Maybe don't touch it.
Yeah.
Maybe don't
Yep.
touch it. Leave it alone. The
Mhm.
dirt back on. Like it's there for a reason. And look at all the things that we may have lost too for through acquisitions and human greed throughout the year. I'm not finger pointing at anyone in specific, but you know, we tear down these monuments or these temples or look at all of the knowledge that could have been lost just because of arrogance.
Yeah, and it goes back to the age-old adage of just you only need to know what you need to know.
Right.
You know what I mean? We've been treated like that forever. It's pretty common in the common workplace. So yeah, of course, like my mind is open. Don't get me wrong, but I'm definitely not simple-minded. I'm not, that wasn't my point of it. But like, yeah, like of course, there's a PSYOP division in every military, and even World War II. Like, even just this. But here's the thing, right? Like there was many things that you could attribute to the winning of World War II. One of them was I'm gonna just very quickly run through this. They took a homeless guy out of England, wrapped him up like he was a major, chucked him out of a submarine in a makeshift coffin, dressed him up like a major pilot, handcuffed a briefcase to him, put a bunch of war planning documents, and that guy was sent in through non-allied, non-Axis forces, reached Hitler's desk, and that was a PSYOPs mission of a man who was dead that nobody would miss, unfortunately. That poor guy, and he helped win the war. They also did that to some of the things they did with air reconnaissance, right? So Rommel, as I told you, I study tactics, I study history. Fucking weirdo sometimes about knowing this stuff. But yes, very true. PSYOPs divisions were created for this type of purpose, and why we have guerrilla warfare, it based around these ideas. And so one of the things they would do, Rommel, was nasty. It was known as a lot of our tank warfare is based off of those ideologies. There's a giant urban legend. I don't know if you heard this one, Blue, an Army vet. We captured a major commander during Desert Storm. Guy was put in the back of a Bradley, and somebody had a picture of Rommel on there, who's obviously was a damn fucking Nazi. Not great, whatever. But the guy was tactically very intelligent in the way he did things, and we took some of those things away. And so the Iraqi commander would ask, why do you have a picture of your adversary, young man, on here? And he fucking, I don't know, some grunt chucked his ass back in the back of the Bradley and said, if you knew the fucking answer to that question, you wouldn't be in the back of my Bradley. So the point of that, going back, one of the ways that they fooled Rommel was PSYOPs division took a bunch of blow-up Shermans, blow-up Jeeps, blow-up bullshit, and they put it out in the fucking desert. They put it in multiple locations, but they put it out so that air reconnaissance would see convoy vehicles, and they would make their choices of using blitzkrieg lightning warfare so basically they would walk into an ambush. So, but again, my point still stands. Still very simple ideologies.
Oh yeah.
It seems very complex, and everybody goes wild about it. They decided to completely send all their troops to different, instead of enforcing the Atlantic Wall, they would rush to Greece, and they would think the landing was there, and XYZ, and it was really just a ruse. Nobody thought it was more simple than it was, and it was psychological operations, and of course that stuff still happens today. So I don't want to take away from what they're saying either. Washington Monument, even the layout, DC, pays homage to Egyptian gods. A lot of masonry stuff there, right? Like masonry. I'm so fucking moron right now. Freemason stuff going on there. Pyramids all over America. We called them mounds and put them under lakes. I'm gonna look that up. That sounds super fascinating. So you found what you're gonna watch. I'm gonna find I think I found mine.
No, yeah. So with that too, a big portion. What was it? How did they do it? A big portion of Sacramento. If you look into Lake Sacramento, what was a lake,
Adam's
and then
got.
all of a sudden wasn't, and there's a lot of crazy stuff. But also think of the technology. What's the best way to cover something up back then? Well, we didn't
Water.
have scuba gear. Yeah, water. There you go. Whoop, that lake
I
was
see
there.
where I
Well, it
see
wasn't.
what you're laying down. It makes a lot of sense. But I do got to go back on something comical. You asked me if I watched Ancient Aliens.
Yes. Love Ancient Aliens.
I did. I used to like watching it back when I had cable television 30 years ago. So
Hey, hey, it is streaming now.
I'm not shitting you. Like, I want to say like 15, 20 years ago. Been that long? No, I was like 15, maybe 17, something like that. I don't know. While ago. I remember like parents coming over and people coming over and be like, you know, fucking cable TV? And I was like, why? They're like, oh, maybe because you want to watch the news. You want to watch Grey's Anatomy. And I was like, fucking no. I was like, maybe the History Channel. It's like the only thing I care about. Like Discovery Channel, which those shows are on. So, and I did watch. But I said the way of the internet makes way more sense. Cable television dominates everything. This is going to be it's going to go up in price. Everybody's going to be fucking paying for it. And I'm telling you, they're going to be cutting the cable lines, the phone lines. I haven't had a home phone. I always have had multiple cell phones, even cell phones that don't have service. They dial 911. Why would I own a fucking home phone? So I was like way onto this gig a long time ago. And a lot of people do. I'm not, look, you have your reasons. That's fine. But my mind was saying, hey, how could I save money and cut cords and do whatever else a while back? But the point of that was I did hurt a little bit when I didn't have Ancient Aliens season next. But I never, ever have not been able to laugh hysterically when they would say, Ancient Alien Astronaut Theorist. Like,
Yeah.
bro, can I just make up the most fucking long word possible and just spread that verbal garbage onto the fucking ears of the
You're not
masses
questioning
to make it sound like they have an actual degree in something
Sounds
non-existent?
It's so scientific. Like, you're not going to question it. It sounds so beautiful. And just so you know, 20 years ago, I wasn't even a legal adult. So cable wasn't my thing. So I'm catching up to Ancient Aliens now. Okay?
Yeah.
Now that it's
Well,
okay.
but now you could get it on YouTube. You get it everywhere. It's fucking awesome. That's why I was trying to. That was kind of the point of what I was saying earlier, though. So I don't feel as bad. But Tim said he's the one that brought the opinion. He just sent fresh down a rabbit hole because he said I haven't heard all of that. I'm glad my friends aren't NPCs. Yeah, good point. Yeah, good point, Fresh. Well, I might be because the way some of the talks we have. Fresh, there's even accounts from Native American chiefs talking about the people that lived in them. That's fucking crazy. I have a cool rabbit hole to go down. Thank you guys for that very much. Being genuine about that. I know I fucking joke around a lot, but no, I think this is really cool. That's why we have this show. It's gonna be a lot of fun moving forward in the future. But back to that, huh?
So much content.
Yeah, we do. We literally do. But one of the ones that we were just talking about was like, okay, ancient. Let's just break this down. Ancient alien astronaut theorist. Okay, ancient just means fucking old. Okay, alien is fucking anything. Okay, you could even take that out of context. All right. So, anyways,
I almost did. I stopped. I got myself.
okay. So then, astronaut is just suggesting that the person they just threw in another big word to make it sound like this motherfucker was an astronaut. So, and then theorist is just somebody who just makes up shit in their head and thinks this is possible. Okay,
That's
I'm gonna
right.
give you the real English definition. I'm not claiming to be smart, like whatever. Looking things up on fucking Wikipedia, it doesn't matter. But it doesn't make you intelligent. But I'm just saying, if you break down the linguistics of what that is, the simplicity of it, like stop listening to that nonsense that you're not gonna be able to unhear it after I say it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
true. Like the first time I heard it, I was like, I didn't want to watch anymore. I only
Well-
watched to hear that shit. And George Kalakalaka knows. I don't know his name. Bad with names. I've said it 100 times. The crazy dude with the hair. I think he's Grecian. I don't
The
know.
big crazy hair.
Yeah,
He looks like he's
goofball.
stuck in a fork
He's
in
a
the wall.
goofball.
Yeah.
Couldn't they hire somebody more credible to speak for him?
I mean, you have to trust him. Look at his hair.
You know what
Okay.
does it? Doesn't matter because of all the crazy stuff that's coming out now. That guy genuinely looks like he was right the whole time. They just could have given him a better title. Like they could have
Oh, yeah.
gave him a better title. I'm gonna
He's
make
like,
up my
"Ha!"
title from now on. I'm gonna be introduced maybe next episode. I'm gonna give you a title, and you give me a title.
Can I be a skin invader?
That's
what I am.
funny. What else did they say? What else did they say?
Aliens.
For coming up with the truth. Yeah, I'm all for the truth. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
But whose truth? That's the thing. Oh.
Like I can't even think of like I feel like I don't know if you saw the movie Idiocracy, but I feel like that show was like created in that movie. I don't know.
I could see that.
Ancient
Like
alien astronaut theorist.
I'm gonna go watch that now.
Just gonna
Just 'cause.
slip that past everybody. It's like that hit me square in the fucking face, and I was just like, I felt like such an idiot for watching that. Like watching the show.
You just shook your head. You're like, damn.
Well, what got me was everyone on my block being like, "Did you hear? He's an ancient alien astronaut theorist. I'm sure he got that IS degree from Harvard." Like, no,
Uh-huh.
I don't fucking.
You know,
Did you see last
I-
night's episode?
I have a printer and I can make whatever I want.
Yeah, you're-
And photos.
We
I'm
get some
artistic.
wild. Speaking of another episode too, and everybody go wild about this. Is the deep fakes are getting bananas, dude.
Yeah,
Crazy. We gotta wrap it up here though.
we
There's
do
not
because I
multiple choose. Go ahead. My bad. My
gotta
bad.
eat some food.
Adam spoke facts. Thank you, bro. I love you for that. We are living in idiocracy now. Look around. Go watch the movie. You have a lot of content. You got a lot of homework, everybody. You've been reading chat. You love the show. Hit us with a like. Throw a sub. Send it to a friend. It's good stuff. We're going to have more entertaining stuff. We'll stay on topic. Text it. Shoot us something on social media. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to talk about. Send it in the comments. Whatever you guys want to hear about next. We're down. Ron, thank you. You put some good ones. Everyone in the chat threw up some really, really good ones tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, some really stuff.
Yeah. So very much appreciated. Glad this is going to be more of the format we're going to be looking forward going to. Is there going to be gaming? Absolutely. We're going to do clips? Absolutely. All for it. All for that stuff. But we're going to have some fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's not going to be all this, but we're up for anything that's genuinely, I think veterans would have a good time and find entertaining and think about maybe collabing and be inspirational. Go ahead.
And I do apologize that we didn't game tonight because I took us down a rabbit hole. So I'm sorry, guys.
I don't think your
Okay.
internet could have handled fucking a bit
No,
bit
I
rate
don't know.
more of anything.
I don't know what was going on today.
I know what
It
was
was
going
all
on.
bad.
I know what was going on.
I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone.
Nope.
I can't plug the beautiful present you gave us to my phone.
Nope. You see, you automatically think I'm gonna attack you.
No.
No, you don't know. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell everyone in chat. I gotta whisper this to you guys, but basically, she brought up the whole gasoline diesel thing, and she started buffering. You put two and two together.
Right? It couldn't have anything to do with my husband getting online to finally watch us.
Oh, so now somebody else wants to be
Okay.
factual. Yeah. We'll get on fresh, straight up. Miss you too, Tim.
Oh,
Miss you too, bro.
I love you guys. We all need to play together.
Tim, I'm gonna give you phenomenal fucking life advice right now. Go up to your boss, tell him to fuck off, and then go home and just start playing COD. No, don't do that. I'm just kidding.
You know what you should do?
I'm
You
kidding,
should
bro.
Start your
I'm
own
kidding.
DoorDash.
Yeah,
Start your own DoorDash out there. You'll make so much money.
dude, that's a good point. There's no competition. They'll be there
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah. So when he starts it,
What is that?
Although
What is he asking? Who's excited for Starfield? Enlighten me,
that?
please. I don't know. Adam, please
Is that
enlighten
dope?
us. I miss getting killed by Rambo sitting in a corner using his AC-130 and his chopper gunner. I'm sure you do. Sitting in a corner. When have I ever sat in a corner? in this game. Supposed to hold me down, homie. I want to play the new Fallout. All right, Rambo is an S tier camper. Can be. It ain't called fucking camping. It's tactics. It's called holding it down. It's called placing an L-shaped ambush on your ass.
Called waiting for you to run by and not pay attention. Because
Yeah.
you're not paying attention. So
Or
you
you
got
ran.
shot.
Oh, let me put it this way: we're on shipment. You ran the wrong fucking route.
Hey, and I can say that because I'm the one that gets shot the most by Rambo.
He's
Because I'm
playing.
like, hello.
Fresh is apparently playing Diablo, but I really want to know what Starfield is, Adam.
What is Starfield?
Bro,
Who
you
said
shouldn't have
that?
cheated. You shouldn't have cheated in fucking keyboarding class like I did 30 years ago when I used to look at my fingers and not have to single type. Got an
It's a
idiot.
game. Starfield's a game
Holding the fort
about.
down. That's right. It's a game made by
what's it a game
Bethesda. It's a huge publisher. Since I'm the esports nerd and my homie over here is not, wouldn't know either of those things. I don't believe. Do you? You don't know what Bethesda is, right? And game, obviously. No, I don't know it either.
Warhammer.
It's Skyrim in space. You heard of Skyrim?
Yes.
Okay. So he's saying it's Skyrim in space, but I never played Skyrim though.
Oh. Sorry. I'm so excited. I just forgot. Or I just remembered that I forgot. The thing I was
Adam,
trying to
just
tell you about
add me up, bro. Like
doing
shit me up.
the open world zombie map. I have to send you the thing that LJ found. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm so
Okay.
excited.
All right, maybe we'll have to share that with the stream next time.
Yes, I don't know how to share those things because I am.
Shut up. Let me
low.
translate for Blue, everybody. I'm too lazy to put this on the computer.
Do you have to do it through the computer? Or can I? Cause
She's
my
not a lazy
phone-
person at all. That's the funny. She's a fucking
My
nonstop
phone-
go-getter.
What we're streaming on. So I don't know how to. I don't know how to put it.
I do
in.
gotta say though, I had to like tell your whole household how to hook up an HDMI cord from your PlayStation to your TV so you could see us in the lobby.
Okay, first of all, that was not my fault. That was not.
He's the boot playing Call of Duty who stole stuff from other units and then said it's not stealing, it's tactically acquired. I'm really guilty of that in my career.
I pushed the buttons.
So I'm going to literally say that statute of limitations is run out on this admission of guilt of my own. Nobody else is involved, so it's not a big deal. So, and to all you fellow tankers out there who might have been victim to this, I'm very sorry. But basically, so we were out in the field and bunch of M1 guys. I love the Abrams guys. I love our tankers, but they're always dicks. Even though we were fellow baby tankers because we were mechanized in my first unit, they would call us crunchies. Tankers laugh aloud. So they call us crunchies, all us dismounts. Well, I got the big idea one night that I was getting sick. Have you ever heard of rat fucking an MRE?
Yes.
Yeah, so taking all the stuff out of MRE that you want and throwing everything away, right? So
Yeah.
we was out in the field, and I wasn't too happy with the chow situation. Well, tankers are notorious for being bigger guys. I'm not saying you're fat. I'm just saying bigger ladies, gentlemen. I don't know. Whatever. Here's the point. Carry a lot of MREs on those tracks. I went one night with a fucking Leatherman and took all those damn MREs. And let's just say I had about a week's supply of Skittles, M&Ms, Snickers, everything else. And there was a shit ton of boxes for lower ranking fucking individuals. If they would want them, or we sent back that just had a whole bunch of shelf-stable bread in them. It all got eaten. It was all eaten appropriately. Nobody did anything wrong. It didn't get thrown out.
That would be.
I just
fun
ate all
to
the candy. Can you
We
tell?
should do MRE, like old school MRE
Oh,
reveals and eat them.
you want to be
That would be
like you want to be like that dude. Have you seen that guy, LA Beast?
Does he get them from different countries?
He gets wild shit. He'll get like a Pepsi
Oh.
from like. Chill, look him up. Look him on fucking YouTube. LA Beast. You look him up on Google. Guy will order. He eats wild. He's a competitive food eater. That's like one of the things he does. So, but he he does some wild stuff, like stuff that I would say is pretty dangerous. He'll order like bags of Doritos that like somebody found in a vending machine from 1992, and they'll eBay it or send it to him, and they'll send it to him, and he'll eat it live. He'll eat like a whole big bag. He'll drink Mountain Dew 2-liter from like 30 years ago. Wild stuff. Very unrecommended stuff. Huh?
I said we could do the 1 chip challenge. Fresh? No, I have not.
But the Taki?
I don't know what it is. I just watched something on the news, and it was like the 1 chip, and like
Bruh.
the one guy looked like he was dying.
Yeah. I was like, the 1 chip challenge. I've done that. Not the Taki. It's the
I don't think it's the Takis.
not. I'm horrible with names. I'm proving it every minute of this show going longer. It's the fucking stupid ghost pepper. It's the. What's the
It's
name of
not.
the chip chat? Well, Krista, you've changed.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. That's
Probably
what I was responding.
Probably the biggest
was-
game developer behind Activision, but Activision's trash. I don't know. Epic's up there, right? Bungie's up there, being acquired by Microsoft, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Agreed, though. Very, very large. Looking forward to playing God with you guys. Just like I said, add it up. Modern Warfare 3 hype. Let's go. He's the boot. You don't know. So that. Where did they take all the good stuff? Yeah. Hockey. Thank you. Hockey chip.
That rhymed. Taki, Taki.
Thank you.
Word.
Thank you. See? Not completely useless with my words. My verbalization skills are amazing. The Pocky Challenge. Yeah, I got really annoyed because you get like the little Mexican pizza looking style box. You can order them in or whatever. So I was very unimpressed. Ate it, no problem, whatever.
Really?
So, yeah, I was like basically like, oh, I have to order fucking $2,000 worth of these to have like a bag of Doritos snack for the day.
Oh my god.
Whatever. I gotta be careful though. I'm notorious for eating very hot stuff. Eric, if he was here, he would tell you. I went to Bangkok.
I'm sure we had a situation because of that one day.
So I'm
remember?
getting to that. That's what I was getting. Yeah. I mean, well, we don't know that's what it's from, but I'm scared enough to where, let's say scared, but scared enough to my wife because she had to deal with that. That was probably very terrifying to her. I went fucking gray and stopped breathing. But actually, it backtracks to what I was saying. We went to Bangkok, Thailand, and I said, what is the hottest stuff? They said, Americans can't eat hot stuff and blah, blah, blah. And we went to Thailand, me and Eric and a bunch of people. And everybody we met with in esports, every single person, every business. And shout out to a lot of those guys that are out there that took us around. But like Meniski Global, like we went out to them. Like it was a great time with those guys. When we were them per particular, they would order high-end stuff. And they would, you can't eat the hottest stuff. I mean, get the hottest plate you got. I want to see what's so hot about Thailand. I want to see. They couldn't do it. And we finally got to a restaurant. They're like, well, this is hot. We went in and they said, this is the hottest thing in Bangkok. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Because I would eat it and I wasn't trying to be a tough guy. I would sweat or something, but I would enjoy it. I wasn't really getting
I was gonna
knocked.
say the flavor.
I was really unimpressed. I really didn't get, I wasn't, there was nothing there that I had to take a break for. And
I love food.
I mean, if you have to take a break, right, when you're eating spicy food, then it's a good spice. If it's like, and there's too hot for me too, trust me. What I'm saying, if it tastes like pepper spray and you literally have to stop to eat like ice cream or like, if it's that bad, if it's that many Scoville heat units, it's like 2 mil, something like equivalent, or like it's a food additive, not a spice, then it doesn't taste good. Then I get that there is real hot, but I went and tried it all. Like I tried everything I could. I'm not saying Thailand don't have something that might have got me, but when we finally got to a restaurant, and these guys lived there. They were like, it said right on it. It was made with North Carolina Reaper. American again. America. So I was unimpressed. So when those guys came here, that's where the story gets interesting because that's the night that happened. They came here. I grow ghost peppers in my garden for fun, motherfuckers. And grind them up in a pestle and spread that shit on my food. Like on a steak. Why? Not because I want to be a badass. Not because I love fucking super hot stuff and blah, blah. No. Because,
It's because it tastes good.
in amounts, it goes back to that point. If you just eat a whole ghost pepper, which I do for fun to make my kids laugh, I have pepper sprayed myself many times to make my kids and my family laugh. Just do some wild shit. I've been shot with pepper ball guns. I don't. That stuff to me, yeah, it sucks. But after a couple months, you forget about it, and it's kind of like, oh, let's do that thing again. You know, it's like, it's like whatever. I've been there, but it's not the purpose of it. It's not what I'm doing. You know, I've done that kind of stuff. It's not the point. It's per pound, per weight. You're not getting more value out of spice than a 5 foot by 5 foot ghost pepper plant I grew on nuclear waste in my backyard that produced peppers that were ridiculously hot that I only need to sprinkle this fucking munch of for the next 10 years that I can store in my preparation shelter in the basement to have spicy food for the rest of my life. That's why I have it. When these guys came over from Thailand to visit, great guys, shout out to them, Jassim and T. They came in and sat in my kitchen, and we fed them, and I said, here. And I gave them a chopstick. We were eating sushi. I gave them a chopstick tip worth. Dipped like olive oil and dipped it in that sauce that I have in a pepper shaker. And I felt bad. I felt bad for them. So, because they were crying. And I'm sorry to sell you guys out live. You guys were crying. Y'all were being some bitches. About this much fucking pepper flake. Ice cream. Crying about it. Milk. So I took a half a teaspoon or tablespoon. I'll call it a teaspoon. We'll say it wasn't that much. It was probably this much by that. It was like a little sugar cube. Maybe 2 at max of this ghost pepper flake. And I put it in my mouth. No ice cream. And I was sweating, little tears, and a little snot coming down. Well, that was pretty good. It's pretty hot. But I want to show them that, like, look, I'm not going to torture you guys. It's something I'm not willing to do. And I was trying to be a tough guy in that moment because it was fucking hot. It was real hot. But I just want to say, look, bro, you know, you'll be okay. Don't panic. You know, it's just a little tiny bit. They were okay. They were laughing. They felt better when they saw me eat it. Well, 2 hours later, nobody was laughing because I dropped on the floor. Told my wife, something wrong with my stomach. 30 seconds later, I dropped out, fell on the floor, ended up at the VA hospital for a week. Didn't check for a heart attack.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Everybody's so worried.
Everybody's a tough guy till they eat a fucking ghost pepper and drop a freaking cardiac arrest issue.
Not okay. Well, I love and appreciate everybody that has stayed with us, but I do have to leave.
I know. I'm sorry I've kept you so late, too, but this has been fun.
Oh, it's so fun. I would totally do this for the rest of the night, but it is a school night, and I do have to get up and tattoo super early. So, plus, I need to go put some water out for the moon and eat some dinner.
All right. You sounds good, weirdo.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to chuck up some music. You guys can keep chatting in the chat. It's very interesting. Thank you guys so much for coming to Brick by Brick Vets. This is Krista, a.k.a. Blue.
Hi, guys. Thank you all for supporting us this evening, staying with us, and we're going to have a lot of fun content coming forward.
Hell yeah. Love you guys so much. We will see you guys next Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific. Peace.
Deuces.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.